Warning, the following high school football game is not for the faint of heart.
He's trying to look downfield, being chased down by Devin Porter. He throws it out of bounds. Howe has the game. Here's Zagleski.
Please take all necessary precautions.
To the 3, to the 2. He's in. It is touchdown time in Texas.
Howe Bulldogs football is on HoweEnterprise.com and is brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm, Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Attorney Micah Belden.
Intercepted. Brought down by J.C. Helpenstell.
Bucks Norton Barbecue, Tech Wave, Robertson Welding Services, Knight Furniture, FBC Howe, Howe Athletic Booster Club, Independent Bank, Exalt Realty.
Throw the football, the ball's on the turf. Howe says they have it, and they do. Austin Lee comes up with a football.
Now get ready because it's football time in Texas on HoweEnterprise.com.
Mason Riggs, look out. He's got the 30, 35. He's got some speed. 50, 45. It's a foot race to the 30, 25, 20. Kiss him goodbye. 89 yards.
Here's the voice of Howe Bulldogs football, Monty Walker.
It is not 100 degrees anymore, and district season is upon us. And Howe suffered their first loss a week ago against Boyd, and a Thursday night saw their win streak undone. It's been a tough week for the Bulldogs. They'll try to come out here and lick their wounds against the Bonham Warriors, who are also 3-1 on the season, have scored a lot of points. The Bonham Warriors put up 67 a week ago against Hillcrest. They put up 48 on Leonard and 42 on Community. However, those three teams are a combined 2-9, unlike the Howe Bulldogs, who are 3-1 on this young season. Hopefully the Bulldogs can regroup from a horrific week of off-the-field issues, and we'll get to that later. But it is football time in Texas. Good evening, everyone. Justin White with me, the color analyst, along with Caroline Slauson, the sideline reporter, and Stephen Braswell, our spotter tonight. It ought to be a fun game. We just hope that, with a few kids missing, that it's going to be an entertaining game and one that Howe can come out on top.
Yeah, well, there's no excuses to be made. You play with who walks through the door and who's on the field. But, talking about last week with Boyd, I think last week was a good litmus test for this Howe Bulldog team to kind of, you come into the game 3-0. You kind of see that, hey, we're not as good as we thought we were. We've got some things we need to work on. Maybe, I guess if you look at it, maybe happened at the right time is right before district to kind of clean things up and get ready. Because tonight, this is where it all starts to count.
Well, we're not going to shy away from it or hide from what's happened this week. We will not mention any names because that's not right. We don't do that, and no one should do that. This is not professional football. This is not collegiate football. No one reports when someone fails English. No one reports on the English teacher when someone fails. So we will not report on any kids who may have been disciplined this past week because it is not in good nature. They are 15, 16, 17, and in very rare cases 18-year-old boys that play on this field. And so it just goes to show, and it goes without saying, we don't condone anyone who brings forward names of those who are disciplined. Now, we understand when kids are disciplined because that's part of football. That's part of being a student. That's part of being in the band. That's part of being an FFA. When kids mess up, sometimes, all the time, kids have to be disciplined. In an age where discipline is not what it once was, at home, at school, anywhere in society in general, discipline is not what it once was a few decades ago. So when things happen, you just have to make sure those steps are in place, and I think that's what's taking place tonight. And we will move on from that. So when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the game, but we'll have the coaches show and senior spotlight coming up next.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Coaches Show with Bill Jailing. The Coaches Show is brought to you by FBC Howe. Now let's join Mike Walker with Bulldogs head coach Bill Jailing.
Hey, Coach, first loss as a Bulldog. Boyd Yellow Jackets were pretty tough over there Friday night. They looked pretty good.
Yeah, Boyd was a very good football team. They came after us pretty good on last Thursday night. Sometimes it's good to get knocked in the mouth every once in a while. It was a tough night for our kids, but I got to tip my hat to Boyd. They came out and played a very good football game that night. It's a good test for our team. It's always good to get hit in the mouth and see how a team's going to respond. I think our kids will respond just fine, but again, I got to tip my hat to Boyd. They played a heck of a game that night.
Do you think the schedule change might have threw a kink in anything you were doing?
Yeah, I do believe the schedule change. The game being moved from Friday to Thursday just throws their whole routine off, the routine off of the kids. They had a little bit of advantage. They didn't have to travel and everything else. It was a long bus ride, but it's not an excuse. They came out and played a better game than us that night. I do believe our kids were a little flat and didn't execute like we wanted them to, but it's a loss, and we just got to overcome it and keep moving forward.
Well, your run game was shut down for really the first time all year, and you had a lineman missing. Will everybody be back this week?
Yes, everybody will be back this week. Our run game is still the nature of our offense. It's still the nature of our football team. We're going to run the ball. Boyd had a very good game plan. Our kids, it was just one of those nights where we just couldn't execute everything effectively. So the kids, they've had a good week of practice and they're getting after it. So I think the run game will still be established each week. Sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not.
How hard is it to be a father figure to 70 kids?
It's extremely difficult to be a father figure to 70 kids. And it's just not me, it's our whole coaching staff. It's just tough because every kid's story is different, every kid's home life is different, and you just got to love them and nurture them and mentor them the best way you can. And it's just a tough situation. It's one of those things where, in our business, you're never going to make everybody happy, and you do the best you can. But it's one of probably the toughest part of our job. But if you became a coach, you became a coach for a reason, and you became a coach to be a father figure to kids and be a mentor and somebody they can look up to. So. That's why we do this. I mean, the wins and the losses are great. The wins are great. The blowing the whistle on the Friday night and at the practice and everything, that's the fun part of the job. The hard part of the job is guiding these young men to be good fathers, good husbands in the future.
We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll talk about Bonham.
The First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
Hey, Coach, Bonham scored a lot of points recently. Looks like your first district challenge, obviously, and maybe your first big test.
Yeah, Bonham is a very good football team. They're very explosive offensively. They got one or two players. They got tremendous speed. So we're going to have to play disciplined football on Friday night. We're going to have to make sure we're executing. This is going to be one of those games where we're going to have to control the clock as much as possible. They got the ability to score quick. It's going to be a big test for us. They're a very good football team. You can tell by the scores the last 2 weeks. But, you know, we're going to do our thing and they're going to do their thing. And, you know, it's just going to be, I always believe, kids still got to line up and play, and who's going to be the better team that night.
Well, Howe High School enrollment is about 367 or so. Bonham's, you know, almost touching 500. You're looking at a disadvantage of about 30 juniors and senior boys to pick from. How does that play into it?
It plays a factor. You know, Bonham dropped from 4A to 3A this year. So their team's going to be more two platoon. They're going to have 11 offensive players, 11 defensive players. The majority of our kids go both ways. So that's going to be a big factor. It might not be a factor early in the game, but later in the game it's going to be a factor because our kids will be out there 70, 80 snaps where their kids will, when they come on the field, may have only been out there 30, 40 snaps. So it's going to be a factor. It definitely will be, but it's just the nature of the beast.
Well, the good thing is you have them home here on this field, which is grass, and it may be wet, and you know, that seems to kind of play in your advantage as far as their passing game.
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you get a team that likes to throw the ball around on a grass field, it helps. Home field advantage is always huge. We're not traveling. We don't have to deal with that. But, you know, I'm a firm believer whether you play on a grass field, turf field, or a concrete slab, you still got to line up and play. Right. So, you know, our kids just got to get after it. It'll be a big challenge for us, but I think our kids, you know, they've rose to the challenges this year, and I think they'll rise to this one.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Hey Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Senior Spotlight, brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm. Now let's join Monty Walker with this week's senior.
This week's Senior Spotlight, we're featuring Joseph Brennan, a running back, and plays in the secondary. Let's talk a little bit about, or a lot about, off the field, because you have a lot going on at Howe High School. Talk about your grades, and it sounds like to me you got a 4.0. Talk about that.
Well, my parents instilled in my sister and I from really early that grades are really important, and so coming into high school, I think I had a little bit of an edge on, especially my male peers, that knowing that grades are super, super important, especially like starting at freshman year, and so I managed to stay on top of it throughout freshman through senior.
And you're also involved in the National Honor Society. Talk about that.
Yeah, I got elected president by my peers and Ms. Floyd, who's our sponsor. And we, NHS is really cool. We put on the Veterans Program every year, and we speak at that and clean up after that. And it's a great event to do. And we also do a couple service projects throughout the year, and we clean up after the football games, and just a really great organization.
When I was in school here at Howe, we had a program called Fellowship Christian Athletes, FCA. But you apparently have helped form the FCS. What is that?
FCS is pretty much the same thing. It just stands for Fellowship of Christian Students. And when I came into high school, we didn't have one of those. I think one had recently just gone away or whatever, and so I felt like one should be there. So I talked to one of our coaches at that time, and we decided Fellowship of Christian Students would be a better name, just so we could include everyone. And I'm the leader of it, and I have my own leadership team of students, and we have a meeting every Thursday morning, and it's pretty great. We just do a little devotional, and we usually have a pretty good turnout, eat some donuts, and it's a really great club.
Another thing you're interested in or involved in is the band, and I guess you're interested in that as well. Talk about the band. When did you start playing in the band?
I started playing in the band, I guess in middle school was really when it started, and I think it's the second part of 5th grade is when you go in, and I got picked to be a percussionist, and I've been a percussionist ever since, and just gone all throughout middle school and high school, and it's a great thing to be involved in. And I'm the snare drummer this year. I was the bass drummer for my freshman through junior year, which is quite an interesting instrument to play for sure. And learning a new instrument for my senior year has kind of been a struggle, but I like it better for sure.
So you were part of the group that went down there last year for the state competition. How fun was that?
It was pretty fun. You know, people don't really understand how many hours the kids put into band and the directors put into band, and so for us to really be able to go out and participate in something so far away and have such a fun trip was really a great reward for that.
We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll talk about the 400 or 500 other things that Joseph Brennan is involved with.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
All right, welcome back. Visiting with Joseph Brennan on the Senior Spotlight. Eagle Scouts. This is, you've been involved in scouting for a very long time. Talk about that.
Yeah, I've been involved in scouting for a long time, like you said, ever since elementary school, actually, and which was Cub Scouts, and I played Pee Wee football then too, and I actually I had a couple broken bones, and so that actually took me out of football for a little bit, which helped me focus more on Scouts. And so I went through Cub Scouts and then into Boy Scouts, and went all the way through Boy Scouts with my buddies, and obtained the rank of Eagle Scout, which not a lot of Boy Scouts or people say that they can do. And my Eagle Scout project actually was these 2 handmade trophy cases in the band hall that house all the band trophies.
And another thing that you're involved with is powerlifting. And what kind of success have you had in powerlifting?
Pretty decent actually. I'm nothing compared to Mikey Howe, who actually competed in state last year, and I actually got hurt at the first meet, at the first SNS meet, which really bummed me out because I had been working all off season in the weight room and stuff, and so that really bummed me out. But I came back for the Howe meet, and I ended up qualifying for regionals. And then in regionals, 2 kids bombed out right at the last lift, and so I was actually able to make first alternate for state. So I got to travel with all my buddies and go to state, which was really cool.
So you're planning to go to SAGU. First of all, tell everybody where that is, what that is, and what are you planning to do?
Yeah, it stands for Southwestern Assemblies of God University. It's in Waxahachie, Texas. It's a ministry school. It also has a lot of performing arts and things like that, and I plan to go into the ministry. I don't know specifically what yet, but I've toured the campus, and it's great. And a girl from my church actually attends there right now, and I'm really excited to go there. I actually got accepted last year. My mom was a great help with that for sure, and she's kind of fueled by all the things that I'm involved in. So she was a great help for that, and I got accepted, and so things are looking pretty good in that way.
And now we're on to football. Talk a little bit about the season so far. A big start, 3-0. Last week had to be a little bit tough. Talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a tough loss. I think if you want to boil it down, they had a good game and we had a bad game for sure. That our heads weren't right, and so I think, that being said, I think it was actually a good thing for our team because it gives us some fuel for this week going into district. Coach Jay talked about how we're going into district. We're 0-0. It's a whole new season now, and so we're fired up and we're ready to play district, man.
And you're one of the kids that didn't play football for a while, and you talked about the broken bones and things like that. What brought you back? Was it Coach Jay, or what was it? Yeah, it was Coach Jay. I started playing again in 8th grade, and I played my freshman year too on JV, but I didn't play sophomore, junior year, and it was definitely Coach Jay who brought me back. And it was a lot of different factors for sure, but I mean, one big thing was he cut down the practice time a lot, and I really believe in him and what he's doing and what he brings to Howe, and that just
and just being with my buddies and it being senior year was something that really made me want to play too.
There's a lot of fine young men at Howe High School, maybe none finer than Joseph Brennan. We'll be back right after this. To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Welcome back. As Howe and Bonham tonight, both 3-1 on the season, but both 0-0 on the board for district as it opens tonight. The Howe Bulldogs, this is game number 759. Howe has an overall record dating back to 1935 that is 385 wins, 349 losses, and 24 ties. Will we ever see another tie? Howe has accumulated 1,022 yards of offense. That's 255.5 yards per game and 5.11 yards per carry. The Dogs have completed 6 of 14 passes for 54 yards on the year. Yep, 54 yards on the year. And their total yardage through 4 games, 1,076 on 214 snaps. That equates to 4.78 yards per snap, which is pretty good. The home winning streak, Howe has won 3 straight games here at Bulldog Stadium, dating back to the final game of last year. The longest winning streak at Bulldog Stadium, you ask? Or did you ask? Anyone ask?
I'll
it's
ask.
11 games. That was October 1989. I was in uniform.
I think that's your wheelhouse.
And September 6, 1991. I was in uniform. We got beat here and ended the streak against the beloved Van Alstyne Panthers my senior year in a very close game, and that ended the 11-game streak here in Howe. On this day in Bulldog history, the Bulldogs not a very good September 29th or 8th. What is today? 28th?
28th.
Not a very good day for the Bulldogs in history. In 1973, lost to Allen on this day, 26-20. They lost at Wolf City, 48-6. Lost to Valley View, 21-20. And the Bulldogs are walking out of the tunnel arm in arm. They've been through a lot this week, as we mentioned earlier, and we will not continue to harp on it, but there's been a couple of players that will not play tonight. It's been a tough week, and we'll not continue to harp on it, but good to see the Bulldogs hand in hand and unison walking out there tonight. Getting back to this day in history, the Bulldogs in 1984 lost to Valley View 21-20. In 1990, lost at Pilot Point 24-0. That was an Eli Sledge game. That was actually Richard Anderson, I believe, in that game. 2001, Howe beat Bells 20-10. In 2007, lost at Gunner 55-0. And in 2012, lost at Pottsboro 48-15. So the only win for Howe on this date is 2001, a 20-10 win over the Bells Panthers. And the Bonham Warriors making their way, it appears, onto the field, and there they are. They're in white tonight, or not white. They have gray tops, white numbers, which is going to be a disaster for us to see. Maybe Stephen Braswell binoculars will kind of help us out with that. They have purple pants and purple helmets. Howe with their traditional black pants, black jerseys, black helmets with white sleeves and white numbers. I believe we're going to get a performance from the second grade tonight while they'll be doing the Star Spangled Banner. And I'm not sure if we're ready for that or not. Are we ready?
Looks like
I think we're getting pretty close.
that or the coin toss.
Well, maybe we should just let them interrupt us here in a moment. The Howe version.
We ask that everyone
there we go. They're just going to interrupt us.
They heard you.
From Howe Elementary,
Here we go.
going to lead us in the national anthem.
This is the second grade of the Howe Elementary. What a nice rendition of our national anthem and a nice round of applause from the home crowd.
It's really cool.
So the Howe and Bonham series does not go back very far. The first game took place in the 2014 season opener at Bonham, where Howe won 14-0. The following year, Howe got them here and really did some damage, 41-14. By that time, the slot T was in full effect and full implemented, and the two teams did not play in the 2016-17 season. Howe is 2-0 overall against the Bonham Warriors. We'll check down with Sweet Caroline and see just exactly how things are going down on the field. I guess she'll be in the coin toss as well. Caroline, go ahead.
At this time, we would like to introduce the captains.
Well, she may not be able to hear us. Hopefully, I've got her turned on. Hey, are you there?
I am here.
There you go.
Here you
that
go.
mute button again?
It's that mute button gets me every week. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Well, we wait on the coin toss. That was a great rendition. I have to say, I was over there by the Bonham Warriors.
Wasn't that amazing?
Really enjoyed it. We were all just thinking that's so cute. I don't know if these boys would appreciate that. I just call them cute, but it was.
All right, so here's the coin toss, I believe.
All right, what's your call? My call is heads. It is tails. You have won the toss. What would you like to do?
Receive the ball.
You would like to receive the ball. Which way would you like to kick from?
I'd like to kick from the clock.
You would like to kick from the clock. All right, you line right there with him. You line up right here with me.
And Howe has won the toss for the fourth.
They've won four tosses. They won.
This is the fourth. The only one that Howe has lost was last week when
yes.
they lost.
Yes.
So every time Howe wins a coin toss, they win the game. It's in the
Yes,
bag.
it
Turn
is.
out the lights.
Yes.
Let's go home.
Yes.
It's in the bag, right? So Howe wins the toss. They want to receive, and they will, to start this football game. I believe Howe will turn and be going left to right.
I believe that's what it was, yeah, because they're clicking from the clock.
The Bulldogs will receive
Right to left, and then Bulldogs will moving left to right.
So we're just about ready to get underway here in game number 3 of the Bonham and Howe series. Game number 5 of this early year.
Man, believe it or not, we're halfway through the season now.
Yeah, it's a little bit nuts, isn't it? So Howe will receive the ball first. We are just about underway here in the first quarter. And back deep for the Bulldogs will be Jalen Thornton, Arturo Lauder, and Bryce Krantz. Doing the kicking is Reinhardt. It's a squib kick right at the front line. picked up by Devin Porter, and he'll bring it down at the 42-yard line. A great headsy job by Devin Porter to pick it up and basically fall forward for a few yards.
You know, some teams try to rush to the ball, and then they'll kind of retreat and retract and go to a regular kickoff. That time the Warriors came and kicked the ball straight away, hit one of the up men, and then to slow it down. But luckily right there, Porter was able to pick it up and get a couple of yards. Good field position here for the Bulldogs starting at their own 42-yard line.
1st and 10, moving left to right, are the Howe Bulldogs. Leighton Elvington will be under center when we're ready for action. The whistles are now, there we go. Now we're ready for action. 1st and 10. Bulldogs huddled up, and now a man comes near side. Elisha Campbell. We split out wide to the right. In man in motion, and this is going to be a handoff right up the middle, and good for a few yards is Cameron Blessai. Maybe about 3, maybe about 4, crosses the 45 to the 46.
Yeah, they want to get Blessai going here early on. He only had 12 carries for 36 yards last week, his season low. Season low for pretty much everybody. Boyd kind of had him figured out. But they want to get Blessai started and get Lee started on the running game.
2nd down and 6 for the Howe Bulldogs. Second play of the game. Elvington under center, handoff left side. Austin Lee runs behind his shoulder pads for 2 yards to the 48-yard line.
Right behind that left guard, right behind Chris Garrison, who's one of those guys on that opening, on that starting offensive line.
Let's give you the starting lineup real quick for Howe's offense.
Alex Kellum, left tackle. Chris Garrison, left guard.
Parker Blunt, center.
JC Helpenstelt, guard. Jaron Ing, right tackle.
Devin Porter, tight end.
Leighton Elvington, quarterback.
Mason Riggs, tailback.
Cameron Blessai, fullback.
Arturo Lauder, tailback.
Elijah Campbell, receiver.
Here is Cameron Blessai carrying over for a first down inside Bonham territory to the 45.
Blessai wasn't really a big hole, but he found enough to fit his body through, and I like what he's doing. He's been doing this ever since the Bells game when they had some ball security issues. He's holding that ball high and tight, arm on the bottom, arm on the top. He's making sure he's securing it.
Joseph Brennan getting a lot of time tonight. 1st and 10, left to right. Austin Lee in the backfield. Man goes in motion is Caden Harmon. Handoff up the middle to Lee. He runs into the back of one of his linemen and then falls forward for about a 5-yard gain, maybe 4 yards, up to the 41-yard line of Bells.
So far, so good right now. They're working that interior line. Usually in the past couple of games, sometimes they have issues with that interior line, and they've kind of maneuver their way through and kind of loosen up that defense. But right now they're having some fairly decent success. On a 3-yard gain there, but they're working it.
2nd down and 6 coming up for Howe. Blessai back in the game at fullback. Man in motion is Spencer Akins. Handoff Blessai, a big hole on the right side. Gang tackled by several Bonham Warriors. The ball comes out at the very end, but Blessai was down after he got about 5 yards there, close to the 36-yard line.
I've talked about it before. Blessai does a great job of securing that ball but also trying to get extra yardage. But he's going to have to be sure he's going to hang on that ball when he's going for those extra yards, because there's going to be a lot of arms, a lot of hands in there trying to strip that ball away.
Starting defense tonight for Bonham up front: Ryan Robertson, Daniel Dowling, Chris Wilson, Oscar De La Rosa, and Gal Craven. And here's a first down run by the Bulldogs over left tackle, and that one is Austin Lee.
This is exactly what you want here, a 3rd and short situation, and Austin Lee able to get that first down.
The corners tonight are going to be Nye Boston, Adrian Fuller, the linebackers Greg Taft, Luke Porter, and Aiden Straub, and the safety Cameron Reed as we prepare for first down and 10 left to right. Howe. This is a handoff to Blessai. He barrels over one defender, puts his face mask in the chest, and falls forward for about a 6-7 yard gain to the 25-yard line.
Runs behind that right tackle on that side, Jaron Ing, number 72, who was out last week. But this is what the Bulldogs are doing. They're not doing anything complicated. They're running left, running right between the two tackles, and Bonham hasn't been able to stop him so far.
8:29 on the clock in the first quarter. Harmon goes in motion. Handoff left side. Lee, mid at the line of scrimmage, spins out of a tackle or two and crosses the 20. Another first down run by the Bulldogs. Austin Lee to the 21-yard line.
Lee was stopped on an initial surge there, but they only looked like they only had a hold of his legs, and you're going to have to do more than just tackle him at his legs, Austin Lee. And he was able to spin his way for about, 4 or 5 yards for the first down.
Yeah, that exactly was, that was 4 yards. and another first down for Howe. 10th play of the drive coming up. 8:06 on the clock. Handoff Blessai, right side. Basically what Howe's doing, he's still going to the 15-yard line. Blessai never quit. 6-yard gain for Blessai.
Number 8, Greg Taft, the senior defensive back, was the one who made the tackle, but he had to hold on at his waist for about 3 or 4 yards after he made initial contact with Blessai. Blessai dragged him for an extra 3 or 4.
Second down. This is probably the best Howe's running game has looked in a few weeks.
Well machine right now.
Right now, Harmon in motion, and this is going to be a handoff to Austin Lee, right over left guard. For the first time in a while, Bonham has stuffed Howe for little or no gain, maybe a yard. We'll set up third and short, third and a long 3, actually.
Part of that defensive interior line is right there in the middle. Chris Wilson, number 77, a senior defensive lineman, on the roster, stands him at 6'6", 350 pounds.
Right now, basically what Howe's doing is running Austin Lee to the left and Cameron Blessai to the right. Same play either way. It's effective. They're just doing the same thing until they stop
Run it till you stop it.
Third down and 3, and this is going to be a toss to Arturo Louder, left side. He's got a seam. He's got the 10. He's got the 5, and he's drugged down just short of the pylon at about the 2-yard line.
I like that. They were maybe starting to kind of get used to the interior run on Blessai and Lee and kind of switch things up. The toss to Louder, use some of his speed. We haven't seen a lot of Louder since that first game of the season, but used a little bit of his speed, got to the outside, got a first down, first and goal for the Bulldogs at the 3.
Just what Howe wanted to do to start this football game. 13 plays so far on the drive. 6:47 on the clock, have taken nearly half of the first quarter on this 13-play drive. Elvington under center, man in motion from left to right, handoff right side. Austin Lee barreling over, crawling over. Is he in? No indication. And apparently he's down at the 1-yard line.
We got a flag.
Penalty on the field. Motion is the call.
Looks like an illegal motion. So everything was going right up until about the 3-yard line, Monty, and then they have illegal motion, so that's going to set them back.
Well, the good news is it's first down. Now it will back them up to about the 8-yard line. But we'll see what Coach Jailing elects to do here on first and goal from about the 8.
Other than that, that's been the only blemish on this drive here was just that penalty. They've been moving the ball at will here on this first drive.
Yeah, that was the only blemish. I think everything was positive yards except one play. Austin Lee was stopped for no gain. Under center is Elvington, handoff near side, caught from behind is Arturo Louder, and that's going to be a loss of about 4. And now it's going to be second and goal from the 11.
Guess you call that kind of a trap play. Louder came in from that wingback position on the handoff, and they read that immediately. I didn't see who made the tackle on there, but it was a loss, and dropped him back to the 11-yard line.
Austin Lee into the game on second down and goal from the 11. The wingback on the left side is Joseph Brennan, and on the right side is Caden Harmon. Fullback Austin Lee, and it'll be Joseph Brennan getting the toss, looking for a block, looking for the 10, looking for the 5, dives forward inside the 5 to about the 4, but they'll say he's down at the 5. So third and goal coming up from the 5.
Brennan on that, trying to stretch this defense here and just trying to get around the corners, waiting for his blocks to materialize. Found a little bit of a crease, but good job by the Eagles to kind of to make the damage minimal. Puts him at the 5, so third down and 5 now. For the Bulldogs.
We're under 5.5 minutes now. 5:33 actually. Blessai into the game. Third and goal from the 5. Handoff Blessai. Right side hit. And he's not going to get in. He's going to get maybe to the 3. So a couple. Now it's fourth down.
Tackle made there by Aiden Strom and number 33 Ryan Roberson. The two linebackers there for the Eagles. So decision time here for Coach Jay. I assume he would probably go ahead and go for this since he's had success up until this set of downs here.
Wow, you got to come away with points, you'd think. 16th play of the drive for the Bulldogs.
Is this where we have, was it Blackjack Jailing?
Blackjack Jailing right here.
Fourth down and 3.
4:53 and rolling on the clock. Fourth and goal from the 3. Man in motion from left to right. Handoff, Austin Lee over left guard. He's stuffed. They try to push him over. The coaches are calling for a touchdown. And the Bonham Warriors are saying no, and the officials are saying no. And the ball turns over on down to the Bonham Warriors after a goal line stand at the 1 yard line.
Wow. He went right behind his left guard and then run into the defensive lineman, Daniel Dowling, and again, Chris Wilson, who we talked about, is right in the middle of that defensive line for Bonham, and just he couldn't surge forward for that extra yard, and so the Bulldogs will be stopped at the 1 yard line. I'm looking at the glass half full. Now they've got to go 99 yards. They've got the ball at their own 1 for the Eagles.
It's the motion penalty that ended up really being the catastrophic moment of that drive at the 3 yard line.
It really did.
They got everything they wanted there except points. And in the gun is Rodriguez. He'll hand off up the middle, and that's going to be a nice gain straight up the middle for his running back, which is Hayden Stevenson. And Stevenson will carry out close to a first down at around the 8 yard line.
Just a draw right up the middle gives them a little bit of breathing room up to the 9 yard line for Stevenson.
So an 8 yard gain officially. Second down and 2 coming up. Rodriguez will always be in the gun. Here's a man in motion, and that's going to be a toss to him, which is Shellman around the right edge. No, he kept it and throws it deep down the field for the wide receiver, Gerald Stewart, who makes his catch and is brought down at midfield and on the house side at the 48 yard line. It was a great fake to Shellman, who was in motion, and Rodriguez basically threw it up the middle. And here's a handoff quickly, and that's going to be Stevenson, and he's got a first down as they went no huddle and going no huddle again here.
Everybody look out. This is like a NASCAR type of offense here. They're moving up and down this field.
They are moving fast. 33 yard line. Swing pass out right side. Shellman makes the catch, and a nice play on the defensive edge. Over there on the cornerback side is J.D. Thornton, and he makes the tackle. It'll be no gain for Bonham at the 33 yard line. And now we're in a foot race of a broadcast trying to catch up here. Second down and 10, right to left as Bonham went no huddle. They caught us napping, and here they come. Back to the line of scrimmage. Rodriguez in the gun. Stevenson right beside him, right to his right. Shotgun. Quick out pass to Shellman near side. Makes the catch, brought down by Joseph Brennan after about 4 or 5 yards to the 26 yard line.
This is the epitome of a spread offense and just no huddle. As soon as they catch the ball, and they're just kind of dinking and diving right now, except for that big long play. They gave up the big play, but they're just kind of dinking and dunking right now and just moving pretty quickly. Third down.
3rd and 3. Rodriguez looks right side, throws right side, caught and dropped as trying to hit his receiver, slot receiver Nick Reinhardt, who just dropped the pass. 4th down and 3 or 4 coming up for the Bonham Warriors.
It was just a quick pass over to Reinhardt, and he threw that right before Reinhardt was coming out of his route. So Reinhardt was supposed to be expecting it. It may have caught him a little bit off guard. As soon as he turned around, the ball was coming right at him. He just didn't secure it. Now 4th down here for the Warriors.
John Fish, head coach, is going to go for it here on 4th and 3. Rodriguez in the gun. Stevenson moves from his left to his right, stands right beside him, and he's going to get the carry left side. No, another great fake, throws it out to Shellman. First down for Bonham. Still on his feet is Shellman to the 10, to the 5, he's in. Touchdown Bonham. 26 yards on a swing pass from Rodriguez to Shellman, and quickly Bonham is on the board after Howe's turnover on downs at the 1. A 99-yard drive for the Bonham Warriors.
Man, that's going to hurt you right there. I mean, you had a chance to score, got down to 1, 4 downs, you couldn't get in, and now how many plays was that? 6 maybe?
6 plays.
6 plays to move it 99 yards on the field, and they did it quickly.
And the kick by Reinhardt's very high, and it's very true. And so far, Bonham leads early in this football game 7-0. We'll be right back right after this.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Welcome back. As we had our Exalt Realty kickoff a moment ago, we'll have another one right here. We'll give you the, there's a flag on Bonham, the legal procedure against Bonham. We'll have to back this one up on the kickoff. It'll give us a little bit more time to do our Exalt Realty scoring drive recap as we get ready for our Tech Wave kickoff again. The recap, 6 plays, 99 yards. Bonham strikes first blood tonight, 7-0 with 2:33 on the clock. The drive took almost exactly 2 minutes off the clock and 99 yards. It was a Shellman from Rodriguez touchdown pass of 26 yards. And now we're just about ready for the Tech Wave kickoff again. Reinhardt runs to the football, and he'll punch it away deep down the field. It's going to roll into the end zone. And Jalen Thornton gives chase, but just kind of looks at it. So Howe will have the football at the 20.
Well, Bulldogs at this point right here, you just got to not just put the last possession in your memory and just, put it behind you and don't worry about it and just go back to what you were doing earlier. You're moving the ball down the field up until about inside the 10-yard line. So just go back to the drawing board and go at it again.
Howe has run 16 plays to Bonham's 6, but Bonham has 7 points. Howe unable to punch it in after 16-play drive to open the game, all the way down to the 3-yard line, all the way down to the 1-yard line is where they actually turned it over after Cameron Blesside tried to punch it in from the 3. They got to the 3 earlier, had a illegal shift penalty that pushed them back to a 1st and goal from the 8, and couldn't get it in from there.
Yeah, I think that's what set things in motion for them to have trouble getting in. Right there was that penalty.
Howe with the ball at their own 30-yard line. Handoff up the middle, and I believe that's Blessai again, and he'll churn. And finally the whistles blow after a big pile moves for seeming like 15 seconds, but he'll get 5 yards.
Blessai got 3, and then the pile moved for about 2 extra yards on that, on just a run right up the middle for Blessai.
One of those things where, everything worked on the first drive. You just didn't come up with points. But don't panic. Just keep doing what you're doing. No need to change anything.
It's still early on, still first quarter.
2nd down and 5, handoff, left side. That's going to be Austin Lee running over right guard for the first time. And he gets 5 yards, and that's going to be really close to a first down, and it is at the 40.
Yeah, just get right behind that right guard, that right tackle, and just use some of that strength and some of that running type of style we've been known to here for Lee, and gets the first down. Enough for the first.
Again, Howe moving left to right, black jerseys, black pants, black helmets, and Bonham in their gray jerseys with white numerals. Purple pants, purple helmets. Arturo Louder goes in motion from left to right. Blessai gets the handoff, and he's met at the line of scrimmage, but somehow moves the pile for a couple of yards up to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, number 72, Daniel Dowling, got some initial surge right off the ball and hit Chris Garrison and kind of knocked Garrison back into the running back there for, was that Blessai we said?
It was Blessai.
And so kind of slowed Blessai down for a gain of only 2.
2nd down and 8 coming in as Austin Lee back into the game. Caden Harmon is going to get the carry here over left tackle from one side to the other. He's pretty fast, shot out of a cannon, good for about 3 or 4 yards. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. So give him 5 on that carry there.
We haven't seen a lot of Harmon this season. That was only his 5th carry of the season coming in, but he's got a little bit of speed if they get him in open field, get him moving.
Correction, that's Peyton Harmon.
Let's bring up another key third down here for the Bulldogs, 3rd and 4.
So 3rd, and as you mentioned, 4. Spencer Akins goes in motion, and now whistles blow on 3rd and 4. We'll see what this one is. It happened before the snap, so it's going to probably be against Howe, you would imagine, and it is. It's going to be a legal procedure against the Bulldogs. They'll back them up, and it'll be 3rd and 9 instead of 3rd and 4. And that's not good for a team that doesn't like the pass.
No, I was going to say this is so far Bulldogs have been able to get into a point where they've been 3rd and short, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. 3rd and 9 kind of changes things for the offense.
Well, that's what this team is designed for, is 3rd and 2. And I believe that's going to be the final play of the first quarter, and it is 7-0. Bonham leads. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Maybe luck will change with the wind as we move over from one side to the other, and Howe will be moving from right to left towards the north end zone here at the oldest active stadium in North Texas, Bulldog Stadium, as we have a new quarterback. Krantz in the gun. He's going to fake the hand to Spencer Akins, runs right behind him trying to find the corner, and is going to be slung down after a couple of yards loss. However, there's a flag over there, and it might be a face mask, and Howe may be getting a break. And I said the luck may change. Hey, maybe that's it.
First play of the quarter there, Krantz lines up in shotgun. And again, he's kind of the more speedster, between more wheels, more speed there for the Bulldogs between him and Elvington. And they had him for a loss or had him for no gain. And Bulldogs cut a break there on a face mask.
So we'll now spot the ball at the 44-yard line.
The penalty is a first down.
Big face mask right there. Big penalty against Bonham.
Yeah, that bailed Howe out big time.
Big time. First down and 10. Krantz stays in the game. It's going to be a handoff to Joseph. No, it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Not fooling Bonham. It fooled us. And I believe that's Blessai's first loss of the night. It'll be a loss of 1 back to the 46.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too. I thought maybe Brennan was getting that around the right side because he had some real estate ahead of him. But yeah, went to Blessai and lost a yard there. 2nd down, 11.
Gage Craven, the senior, on the stop for the Bonham Warriors. Aren't they still the Purple Warriors or no? They're just the Warriors that they dropped the purple? 2nd down and 11. This is going to be a toss near side. Louder. He's got speed. He does get a good block from Austin Lee, but he's not going to be able to find the far corner, and is going to be knocked down at about the 43-yard line.
Good job there. Yeah, I saw that block there by Lee. He was just able to hit the defender on the shoulder there just to knock him off his route there to pursue Louder. And got 3 yards, but again, you're in a 3rd and long situation.
We haven't checked down with Caroline since the coin toss. We'll do so here in just a moment. 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Bulldogs. And they come back to the line of scrimmage. Offset. And this is going to be a reverse to Caden Harmon, who's going to be close to a first down. Very close to a first down. And let's check down with our sideline personnel. How's it going down there?
Pretty good, guys. Hey, after a tough week, it's very serious down here on the sideline. They are here to just get the job done and move on from the events of this week.
First down and 10. They give Harmon. Thank you. That's our Night Furniture sideline report. They give Harmon a first down to the 33, and this is going to be a handoff to Akins, and he's going to be bottled up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Spencer Akins.
I did say Spencer and not Sam, right?
Did say Spencer Akins, yes.
So 2nd down and 10 coming up. No gain on the play. And Elvington comes back into the game. Cameron Blesseye comes back into the game. Another long drive for Howe. This is the 10th play of the drive. 9:36 left to go in the second quarter. They really like to keep the ball and ball hawk it. What they need to do here. Elvington under center. Handoff left side. Shot out of a cannon, but met at the line of scrimmage is Caden Harmon. They're going to give him forward progress of maybe a foot or two, and it'll be 3rd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, Harmon got that ball, and he was on the run as soon as he got it, but didn't give very much as he got across the line of scrimmage. Again, a 3rd and long situation. Bulldogs have been able to convert a couple of 3rd downs here on this drive. Well, they converted one, then got it bailed out on a penalty on the other.
Big middle linebacker Luke Porter will get credit for the stop there. 3rd down and 9 coming up. 8:55 on the second quarter clock. Krantz back into the game in shotgun. Wants to throw over the middle, and wide open is Elijah Campbell. Makes the catch at the 10. Strolls in. It's touchdown time in Texas. Elijah Campbell, welcome to varsity. Your first catch in your career is a 20 or 32-yard touchdown.
Nice little pass by Bryce Krantz. Had a nice little air under it. Nice touch on it. Campbell had to go up and catch it right above his head and able to walk in the end zone for a touchdown. And there was a good block downfield there. I was trying to see who that was by number, that may have been by Porter. I'm not sure.
Kelly Vick for the PAT. It's a botched snap. Elvington wanting to throw in the end zone for Elijah Campbell, who comes up with it. A 2-point conversion. And Howe takes the lead. 8-7 with 8:45 left to go in the second quarter. We'll be back right after this timeout.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Oh, Elijah. 8-7. Howe takes the lead. 8:45 left to go in the second quarter.
That was a highlight reel there for Elijah Campbell. Caught the pass and then caught the 2-point conversion.
Callie Vick for the Tech Wave kickoff is a high kick. Fair catch called for at the 29-yard line, and Bonham will take possession right there at their own 29 with 8:45 left to go here in the second quarter. Brant Stuber is the young man who made the catch there. For the Exalt Realty scoring drive recap, it was a 32-yard touchdown that climaxed the points for Howe. It was from Krantz, and he also caught the 2-point conversion from Elvington. So it was a 11-play, 70-yard drive, and we're back to action as Rodriguez gets the carry. He's going to toss it left side to that's going to be the outside wide receiver, Jarrell Stewart. He's got some room around one side to the other, makes his way inside House 30, and they'll spot him right there. It was a reverse from the wide receiver from one side to the other.
They got a lot of athletes on this team. Yeah, just put Stewart in that jet sweep and put him around that right side, and he had a lot of room to run.
Back to action. Rodriguez already throwing it deep down the field, looking for Gerald again in the end zone, and that one is caught for a touchdown. Jarrell Stewart quickly 2 plays and 71 yards.
Just made Stewart just go a vertical route, go downfield, and threw it basically where only he could catch it. Harmon was in fairly good coverage. It was kind of about maybe a step behind him. Almost half step to a step behind him, and just put again where Stewart can only catch it.
Man alive.
That was quick.
Man, we're off to a track meet all of a sudden. Reinhardt's extra point is high, and it is good. So now Bonham quickly takes the lead back 14-8 over Howe with 8:24 left to go before the half. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Hey Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Tech Wave kickoff is in the air. It's a high kick, going to go to Arturo Louder from his own 7-yard line. From the left side to the middle of the field, looking for a seam, and bounces it out to the 30-yard line, and Howe will take over right there with 8:17 left to go before the half. Your Exalt Realty scoring drive recap was 2 plays, 71 yards for Bonham, and it was capped off with a touchdown pass from Rodriguez, from quarterback Tyler Rodriguez to Jarrell Stewart. And it was a 30-yarder. Now there's a block in the back against Howe on the return that'll back them up to the 20-yard line, 21-yard line perhaps.
All right, well, again, Bulldogs show they can move the ball here this last drive. Just, again, go back and do it again.
2 men in the backfield, Akins and Lee, and this is going to be a handoff to Lee right up the middle, and maybe a couple of yards there on first down. And now the football comes out. One of the Warriors say they have it, and the line judge says that the ball was down. They're spotting the ball down on the near side. The official on the far side went with Bonham. The line judge on the near side says the ball is down. Our crew tonight is Blake Womack, Jason Evans, Mikhail Welch, Dwayne, I think that's Howard, I can't read my own writing, and Garrett Gray. And they're going to say the ball was down on that first down carry, and they'll give him 3 yards or 4 yards up to the 24-yard line.
They didn't stop play there for a little bit. Yeah, you saw somebody just come out of the pile and start running the other way on the far side, and Coach Jay was right in the line judge's ear on this side saying that guy was down.
Second down at 7 coming up for Howe. Right to left now, and this is Joseph Brennan. Shakes one tackler from the left to the right. He's going to be knocked down after no yards. So a 3rd and long coming up for the Bulldogs. And Howe having a tough time now running around the edges. They had success early on moving right behind the guards. And we have to make mention that starting tonight for Howe, what did I do with that? As Nick Potts at right guard instead of J.C. Helpenstill, who's playing a lot of defense.
And Alex Kellum, too, on that left tackle.
So a couple of new faces on that offensive line. 3rd down and 7 coming up for Howe. This is going to be Louder coming from one side to the other. Lots of room. Look out near side. He's fast. He's got the 40. He's got midfield. It's a foot race to the 40. It's a foot race. He gets a great block from Spencer Akins, but he's going to be down at the 20-yard line. Caught from behind by the horse collar and thrown down, but Spencer Akins did all he could to fling him.
Spencer Akins was right there with them foot for foot, just helping lead the convoy. Well, it was a one-man convoy there for Spencer Akins. A good job of Akins to stay there with Louder. They run about the same speed and is able to provide a little bit more blockage for him.
First down for Howe, right to left. Blesseye in the backfield gets to carry left guard. He barrels over 3 defenders to about the 20-yard line.
I like that. You went with the scat back there in Louder. Now let's go back to your bread and butter and go with Blesseye. Let him barrel over somebody.
That he did, and that'll set up a 2nd down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Caden Harmon will check in. And Leighton Elvington waiting on a play from Cameron Blesseye, who runs on and off the field every play. And he brings it in here, and he'll stay in. Spencer Akins and Caden Harmon the slots. Blesseye in the backfield. Elvington is going to toss near side. Harmon looking for a seam, has a seam. Darts one defender, knocked down at the 10. First down.
Harmon with that toss to the left side. Got a block there from Elvington. I believe he may have got a block there from Brennan as well. And just kind of seamed his way through the blocks there. Wait for blocks to materialize. Good vision there by Harmon, and now down to the 10-yard line inside the red zone.
1st and goal from the 10.
And the clock continues to tick.
Austin Lee in the backfield, and this is going to be Louder again from one side to the other. This time he can't spin out of the tackle, and he's going to lose. They'll give him forward progress, but it'll be a loss on the play back to about the 11 or 12-yard line.
Ryan Robertson, number 33, the linebacker there, met Louder. Louder was not able to turn that corner there, brought it back for a loss. So again, you're down inside the 10-yard line, down in the red zone. You got to punch this in. You've been able to take some time off the clock here the first half. You need to come away with points.
2nd down and goal at the north end zone. Blesseye is in the backfield. Elvington goes and says something to Harmon. And Harmon's going to fake the carry. Elvington around the right side. A brilliant call. The bootleg to the right. They fake it to Harmon, and Elvington takes it in from 12 yards out.
Leighton Elvington looking like Peyton Manning, making calls at the line. Goes and says something to Harmon. Fakes the reverse, or fakes a trap to Harmon, and Elvington just walks into the end zone. It faked out the entire Bonham defense.
Brilliant call. As Howe ties the game, and now Callie Vick with a low line drive kick is no good. And that point after, unsuccessful point after, will keep the game tied at 14. We'll be back right after this timeout.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
The Tech Wave kickoff is going to be returned from the 25-yard line, and that's going to be the return man, Shellman, who will push his way along the left side of the field over towards the visitors' field at the 45-yard line, and that's where Howe will set up shop. We've yet to give you the defensive starting lineup for Howe. Let's do that right now. Nope, let's do it. There we go.
Devin Porter, defensive end.
Dyson Dillard, nose guard.
Cameron Blesseye, defensive end.
Austin Lee, inside linebacker.
J.C. Opasell, inside linebacker.
Elijah Campbell, outside linebacker.
Mason Riggs, outside linebacker.
J.D. Thornton, cornerback.
Caden Harmon, cornerback.
Arturo Lauder, free safety. Jalen Thornton, free safety.
First down and 10 for Bonham, left to right from their own 45-yard line. In the gun is Rodriguez with two men standing beside him. Motion before this one gets underway. It was Singleton on the near side who flinched just a little bit. He was offsides. Back it up to the 40. It'll be first down and 15 for Bonham.
Yeah, the Bulldogs did that a couple of times last week against Boyd. They kind of make some motion, make some movement up there up front. They're on that defensive line there with Dyson Dillard, Devin Porter, and Cameron Blesseye, and it threw off the lineman there for Bonham.
Same formation, two men in the backfield. And Rodriguez wants to throw. Pressure from Blessai. He escapes. But he's brought down by Devin Porter, who pumps his fist after he brings him down. A big loss back to the 39-yard line.
Devin Porter, who came in with 18 tackles on the season, he comes in there. Rodriguez pumped, stood in the pocket a little bit, moved up, and Porter able to snag him and bring him down. Second down and long for Bonham.
Second down and perhaps 16 for the Warriors as Singleton comes near side along with 2 receivers near side.
That's what they need. They need to have pressure on Rodriguez.
So Rodriguez rolling out. He wants to run. He's got 5. He's got 10. He's got about 15, close to a first down, and he does have a first down into Howe territory at the 44-yard line.
We've seen Rodriguez be able to pass the ball. He can sling the ball over the field, but he has some wheels. He can run it right there. And that was just a quarterback run to the left side and able to get all those yards for a first down.
Hurry up offense for Bonham, 1st and 10 in the Howe side of the field now. Hand off up the middle, and that's going to be good for about 5 yards as Stevenson goes right behind the center before he's brought down by Cameron Blessai at the 40.
Dillard able to slow him down. Blessai able to finish him up. Finally, a minimal gain there on the run. They've been doing a good job of just gashing the Bulldogs here for big runs.
4:10 on the clock here in the second quarter.
A fast-moving first half.
It's second down and 6 coming up. We'll try to check down with our Knight Furniture sideline report here in just a moment. 2nd and 6. Rodriguez hands off Stevenson right up the middle. Brought down. A nice play up front. Dyson Dillard. Let's check down with our Knight Furniture sideline report. Caroline Slauson, what do you got?
Guys, things are heating up here on the sideline. Down here, I should say, maybe not on the sideline, because the student section just got in trouble for throwing a Sonic drink onto the field.
Oh, nice. Some more trouble. That's what we need.
Oh, man.
3rd down and 5. They'll give him a yard on that play. Dyson Dillard brought him down. 3rd and 5 for Bonham on the House side of the field. Rodriguez wants to throw on the left side. It's going to be caught for a first down. And that again is Jarrell Stewart on a possession play to the 32-yard line.
Rodriguez had time to throw. Bulldogs are playing back. They're trying to prevent the big play. And Rodriguez found Stewart there on that left side. Just kind of took what the Bulldogs gave him.
1st down and 10, left to right. Stevenson stands to the right side of Rodriguez, who's 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage and shotgun. Rodriguez wants to throw, getting a block from Stevenson, and Cameron Blessai forces him inside to where everyone else is, and that perhaps saves a big play, but enough for about 6 or 7 yards along that right edge where everybody else came for help, including Parker Blunt and Devin Porter.
Good job there. You said Blessai able to make Rodriguez go back to the inside of the field where everybody is. Don't let him get on the outside edges.
From the 24-yard line, Rodriguez wants to pass. Left side, looking. He's pressured. Escapes. Now he's going to run. Lots of room around the left side and tripped up, or it would have been a much bigger gain. But Devin Porter just grabbed his shoestrings. It's good enough for a first down, and Bonham's in great shape at the 10-yard line of Howe.
That was just good coverage there by the Bulldogs. They were only rushing 3 again, and Rodriguez just sat back there, figured out there's nobody there. I've got a lot of room to run, and took advantage of it down to the 10-yard line.
Clock rolling at the 2-minute mark. Bonham knocking on the door at the Howe 10, 1st and goal. Stevenson stands right beside Rodriguez in the gun. He's going to get the carry right up the middle, and right there is Parker Blunt. Meets him right in the nose. 2nd down and goal coming up.
Good job there by Parker Blunt, able to get a hold of Stevenson and just wrap him up and keep the yardage to a minimum, only maybe a yard gain on the play.
Parker Blunt with a great play a week ago. Picked up the ball at the 10-yard line, ran all the way down to the 12. I clocked it. It was 11.08 seconds to run that 78 yards for Parker Blunt.
That's great.
2nd down and 10. Rodriguez wants to throw into the end zone. Stewart caught, touchdown. Or is it?
They're saying incomplete.
Incomplete. He must have bobbled it. I think Bonham wants an instant replay. Can't get it here.
That was, I believe, that was 8. That was Elvington, I believe, who was in coverage over there. He had a hold of the jersey there of Stewart.
Yeah, you're
correct. Bulldogs got away with a penalty there.
So they'll spot it again at the 9-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 9. Elvington checks out and Caden Harmon checks in. And now a timeout's been called with 1:13 left to go in the first half. We'll take 1-2. We'll be right back right after this.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
Third down and goal coming up for Bonham to the line of scrimmage as Rodriguez looking to that south end zone. Man in motion is Shellman. They'll fake it to him. Rolling, setting up the screenplay across the middle to Reinhardt. Lots of room. He's in. Barely. I thought he was going to walk it in, but Devin Porter made it a play, but Reinhardt dives in for the touchdown.
Yeah, just a wide receiver screen across the middle there, just waiting for his lineman to kind of go out there and block for him, and barely able to get in there for Reinhardt. And again, the Warriors run up the field to score here.
20-14 currently awaiting this PAT. Reinhardt's been perfect so far on his PATs, and that one also is true. So Bonham extends the lead, or has the lead after the tie. It's now 21-14. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back right after this.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
The First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
Well, if you're going to run a quail onside, you need to know how to do it. You can't fake the onside and go over the line. And Bonham's done that twice tonight, so another penalty on the Tech Wave kickoff will send it back 5 yards. Well, they're not moving the ball.
They have not moved the ball.
The flag was thrown, but they're not moving the ball.
And they stepped over the line.
Okay. Well, maybe they declined the penalty because he can kick it in the end zone. And they want it at the 30. Now they're going to squib kick it. Is it going to go out of bounds? I don't believe it will. However, Louder picks it up right near the sideline at the 22-yard line.
That ball was angling. I wonder if that ball would have gone out of bounds there if Louder would have let it.
You know what? I think it would have, but also you just don't know. With a football, that thing can flip. And that one was not so obvious as last week. That one actually, you don't want to take that chance.
Yeah.
If you let it roll and it doesn't go out of bounds, then you're in big trouble.
You got to pick it up and do something.
So I think Louder did the smart thing there, just to go ahead and pick up that ball, because you never know how the football will bounce in that situation. And you don't need a turnover and a score right before the half.
Especially the way this offense for Bonham's moving.
And with Bonham getting the ball first to start the second half.
Exactly.
So here's Elvington on a handoff up the middle. And escaping is Cameron Blessai. And it's a foot race to the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, 10. Kiss him goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas. 78 yards for Cameron Blessai.
I was just about to say, I was like, it's a one-on-one. Bulldogs don't have a quick strike offense. They don't have a no-huddle offense. I wonder what they're going to do here with one minute to go in the first half. How about just give it to Blessai and let him put on the afterburners?
It was straight over left guard, right behind Chris Garrison, who opened up the hole. With both hands on the football, Blessai found that he had no one around him, and he was shot out of a cannon. Vic on the PAT kicks it right on the ground, and it's no good. So Howe is down 21-20. And who says Howe doesn't have a quick offense? One play, 78 yards. We'll be back right after this timeout.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrEdInsurance.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
A Tech Wave kickoff. Well, the ball falls off the tee as Callie Vick's about ready to tee this one up. She'll have to tee it again. The Exalt Realty scoring drive recap, one play, 78 yards. Cameron Blessai over left tackle, or over left guard rather, and he was in a foot race, and it's 21-20, Bonham in the lead. And here's the Tech Wave kickoff, going to be taken at the 25-yard line by Stewart, and he runs from the far right side towards midfield, now along the left hash, and Bonham will have it. And this is dangerous. They have it at their own 43-yard line, and they have shown that they can score at any given moment, and there's 41 seconds on the clock.
That's plenty of time for them. One thing I want to point out here on that last touchdown run, Stephen Braswell was saying the way that Cameron Blessai is holding that ball, he's holding it up on the top and on the bottom, almost hiding it. It looked like the bottom Warriors didn't know that Blessai had that until he was about 10 yards up the field.
1st and 10, left to right, Rodriguez in the gun. Stevenson stands to his right, 2 men in the slot near side, 2 other side. And this is a quick out pass in and out of the hands of Stewart. Could have been picked off, but it goes out of bounds, incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up, 35 seconds on the clock.
Just a little bit high for Stewart, still catchable ball. You know, Rodriguez came into this game last week against Dallas Hillcrest. He threw for 7 touchdowns last week against Hillcrest. So we're seeing that now, so he can throw the ball around.
It says Stewart's 5'10" on the roster. No way. He's well above 6 foot.
Yeah, he's
split out wide out there. 2nd down and 10. Rodriguez and Stevenson back there. And Rodriguez wants to throw. Steps back, now steps up in the pocket. Dragged down by the shirt tail, but he escapes the tackle along the left edge and out of bounds after a 1st down inside Howe territory at the 48-yard line. And I don't know what happened there, but somebody had a grip of him and weren't able to hold on, and it might have been Dillard.
I think he did like a lateral.
It was Grogan.
I think he did, as he was going down, he did like a lateral, threw it behind him over to the receiver. Who did we say that was? Stewart? But that was a lucky play there for the Warriors.
1st and 10. Rodriguez drops back 2 steps, looks right, left side, throws it left side, incomplete left side for Stewart. And it's 2nd down and 10. There's 20 seconds on the clock.
But yeah, that was just the most unusual play. Rodriguez was running for the ball, and as he's going down, he just found Stewart over there and just lateraled it to him and got enough for the 1st down. But 20 seconds to go here in the 1st half. And I wonder if they're going to try for a long pass downfield.
You would imagine they're going to take a shot right here. Rodriguez in the gun, drops back, rolls out near side. Being chased down by Grogan, throws it, and it's going to be caught and out of bounds. In coverage was Spencer Akins. It'll be a 1st down at the 31-yard line of Howe.
Rodriguez stands only 5'8", 155, but I tell you what, he's got a nice cannon.
13 seconds on the clock, 1st and 10 for Bonham. They look to the sideline, trying to get the play call from head coach John Fish and his offensive team. Rodriguez drops back 3 steps straight over the middle, looking across the middle, flushed out of the pocket, rolling right. He's got the 30, he's got the 25, 20, 15 and out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. 4 seconds on the clock and a flag down.
Yeah, Rodriguez looking for somebody. Couldn't find anybody downfield.
As the flag is going to be against Bonham, it's going to be a hold. And that's big news for the Bulldog fans.
I saw Dyson Dillard just basically there down on his knees getting up. He'd almost stopped during the play, almost looking like look at the official like, you are going to call that, right?
They're going to back that one up.
They did call it.
Now Bonham essentially has one shot right here from their own 41-yard line. A timeout's been called. We'll take one too quickly. We'll be right back right after this.
Hey Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
So when we come back, come back to action, it's going to be first down and a truckload. But that doesn't matter. There's 4 ticks on the clock. And Bonham, you know good and well, they got something up their sleeve. They're over there huddling about it. They've been talking about whatever they're going to do here for about 30 seconds. And they're going to come back out, and you're going to see whatever's in the bottom of that breadbasket come right to the top.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they got going on here for this last play. If you'll just see if what Rodriguez, if he can just hoisted downfield or what?
2 receivers to either side. Rodriguez in the gun. Stevenson stands just to his right. Drops back 3 steps, looking left side. Flushed out of the pocket. Chased down and brought down from behind. Dyson Dillard.
Dyson Dillard worked really hard on that to come off his block, and a nice exclamation point at the end of the first half for the Bulldogs. Good defensive stand.
How Bulldogs, the week you've had, and you come out looking like this in the first half. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
for the Howe Bulldogs halftime show. Now let's join Justin White and Caroline Slauson.
Justin. Man, it's good to be back.
What a first, yeah, really.
How was last week?
It was good.
Broadcast-wise.
Aside from the windows.
Yeah, well, I was listening to y'all. Y'all sounded great.
We sound good?
Yeah.
We did miss you.
Oh, rude. Well,
no, we did miss you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no,
yeah.
we did miss you. We did miss you.
I really appreciate that. Well, it is great to be back, and what a game to be back on. I mean, listen, we came, obviously Bonham's a bigger school, got a lot more students to choose from after the week Howe had. Kind of wondering about this game, but wow.
Yeah, this is a fun game.
Yeah.
If you like offense, this is the kind of game you want to watch here. Bulldogs score right now is 21-20. Bonham leads Howe at the half. One thing I'm going to point out though about this that first drive they had where they missed out on the touchdown went 4 downs and turned the ball over. Mm-hmm. I hope that may come back to haunt them later in the game, because not only did they not score, but they gave it to Bonham, and Bonham marched the ball down the field 99 yards just like that. 6 plays.
Yeah. So going back to that first drive, 6 plays for both first drive for both teams. 6 plays for Bonham, 16 for Howe.
Wow.
How do you think that Howe is? I know in the coaches show on the YouTube version, I don't know if the one here on air, they talked about Coach Jay and Monty talked about having, Bonham has 11 offensive players and 11 defensive players, whereas Howe, they don't have that. They got a lot of kids going back and forth. How do you think the Bulldogs are holding on, considering that, and how are they keeping up with Bonham? Really quick play.
So far, I think they're doing okay, and kind of like Coach Jay, I'm just going to basically repeat what he said. At first, it may not be an issue, but later on in the game, that may become something to be concerned about, especially on the offensive side of the ball. If they've got all these all these skill position players they can throw at you, and then I guess defensively it helped too. You kind of keep players fresh. So
yeah,
I think it's something that I thought about during the week. I thought, man, it's like they've got almost 488 school enrollment. The Bulldogs,
yeah, 486.
Yeah, Bulldogs only have 341. That's
48.
Now you have to have talent. You got to have whoever walks through the door. But when you got more players walking through the door than another school, you just got more players to choose from. So
yeah, I was telling Monty earlier before the game that if you would have told me, years ago that Howe would be in the same district as Bonham, I would have called you crazy.
Yeah,
and that's crazy. But hell,
Bonham probably has got to be one of the bigger districts in the state. I'm not sure what the cutoff is, but 48, that's quite big for a 3A school. They used to be in 4A, and they were a smaller 4A, and obviously they moved down to 3A and went out one of the bigger 3A schools.
Well, I think for the first district game, and I am no football expert by any means, but for the House first district game, I think they are holding with this Bonham team incredibly.
Yeah, I think they're doing well. Especially for offensively for Bonham, who, as we said earlier, moves the ball quickly. I mean, and to our listeners out there who can't see it, when they get tackled, the whistle's blown, they're going back to that line and thmoving.
There is no huddle. There is nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's the epitome of a no huddle offense. I mean, it is running good.
Well, I mean, in the second quarter, they scored in 71 yards and 2 plays. I have that down somewhere.
Yeah, it was in 21 seconds.
Yeah, I mean,
the 30-yard pass from Rodriguez to Stewart. Yeah, that was in 21 seconds there.
So completely different football.
Yeah, from both sides.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Coach Jay is they're doing a good job of holding on the ball, making long drives. I don't think either team has punted the ball, I believe. I don't think so.
No.
If I'm going back on my memory here, but I don't think either team has punted the ball. But the Bulldogs are doing a good job of controlling the clock like they want to. They're going to have to get some defensive stops, though, and they're going to have to finish drives.
Well, it's like you were saying early in the first quarter after they did score. Bonham did score on their first drive. The Bulldogs, despite it kind of going back and forth, they're really keeping calm down there. The coaches, the players, and they're
it's all business.
Yeah, it's very, very serious. I mean, I know I said that, but usually the players are hyped up and they're yelling. that's not it this week. It's serious down there. So.
Well, and it needs to be right now because, this is district. You had non-district. You had 4 games to kind of get ready for this. This is where the games start counting here if you're going to make a playoff run. So I'm glad that they're focused tonight.
Yeah. Well, how about we take a break? We'll come back and look at scores around the district.
All right, let's do it.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Moser. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakin Stadium is
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs halftime show. Now let's join Justin White and Caroline Slauson.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were doing the intro there. Welcome back here to Bulldogs Stadium. Bulldogs trail the Bonham Warriors 21-20 here at the half. I'm Justin White alongside Caroline Slauson. We got some scores around the area. I'll let you do the district scores there if you got some.
All
Caroline?
right. Rains, so district play for all of us starting tonight, obviously. Rains in Van Alstyne. 6 minutes, 35 seconds left in the second quarter. The latest score I have 34-0. Van Alstyne on top of Rains. Commerce. If I can find them. Commerce at Pottsboro tonight. 3 minutes, 6 seconds left in the second quarter. 35-0. Pottsboro on top of Commerce.
I don't think anybody's moving as quick as we are. Everybody's in second quarter scores,
yeah.
and we're at halftime.
And Lone Oak, I am not.
It looks
seeing.
like Lone Oak may be off today, off this week, because every week one school will be off.
Okay, so that is
scores in our district.
That's it. Yeah, and obviously Bonham and Howe 21-20.
And then what about Pottsboro?
Pottsboro, yeah, they're playing. Where is it at?
Did you just say that a while ago?
I did just say it.
I'm
Pottsboro is winning 35-0. Excuse me, 3:06 left in the second quarter.
Okay, that's one. I'm sorry.
Commerce, yes.
Okay, let's see. These are some bigger schools, but they're just kind of around here. Allen leading McKinney High at the half, 31-7. Sherman up on McKinney North, 31-7. That also is at the half. Princeton up on Denison, 14-10 in the start of the third quarter. Collinsville trailing Seymour, 18-0. That is in the third quarter. Paris Chisholm leading Whitewright 28-13. That is in the second quarter. Gunner up big on Nakona 36-0. That is at the half. Whitesboro up on Paradise 33-12. That is also in the second quarter. Bells leading Leonard 22-8. That is at the half. Wolf City 34-0 over Tioga. Era leading Electra 16-0. And we got Howe trailing Bonham here 21-20 here at the half.
Some scores also that I have: Anna and North Lamar, 21-10 halftime. North Lamar winning against Anna at home. That score. Did you say SNS? I'm sorry.
I did not.
SNS at City View High School, which I have zero idea where that
I don't
even
either.
is. 39-9 at the half. SNS on the losing side of that one. And Tom Bean at Chico tonight. Halftime, my score, what I have is 4 seconds left in half, so I won't say halftime. 34-14, Chico on top of the Tomcats.
All right. Again, got the Bonham band out here at half. We got about 11 minutes to go here at halftime. Bonham leading 21-20 over the Bulldogs.
Stephen Braswell said earlier that this is like Bonham may be one of the only schools that has a drill team.
Yeah,
still.
they've got the little cowboy hats and the skirts, and look like same type of dress you see back from the 80s.
They're so cute. They're cute. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, they're good.
Cute.
They're good. You just don't see a lot of drill teams these days.
I come from, my past seasons were with Sherman, so they still have the high steppers, and so I'm totally used to it. I believe the Howe band is getting ready to come on board, and we'll come back with Monty and Justin talking about the second half.
All right.
After this.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Hey Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Looking to purchase a home? Michelle Castle and the team at Guild Mortgage Sherman are excited to announce 321 Home, our new exclusive program that gives first-time home buyers a $2,000 gift card to Home Depot and $1,500 towards closing costs. For more information, call us at 903-957-3100. That's 903-957-3100. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Company NMLS number 3274.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Welcome back. We'll let you listen to the band as the Howe High School Marching Band is out there. We'll just let you listen to it. How about that? We are going to cut in for a moment from the Howe High School Marching Band, the pride of Howe. You can still be able to hear them in the backdrop there. I got with me Roger Tidwell, pastor of First Baptist Church of Howe. He has something special going on this evening. You ended up somehow with Dak Prescott's letter jacket?
From high school.
How did this come about?
Well, a good friend of mine, Manuel Herrera, is a friend of the Prescotts, has done some work for him, and they have just built up a friendship over the years, and it was a gift.
You didn't tell anybody I spilt the cheese nachos on that jacket?
I didn't say anything, no.
Well, tell us about this, and you've got some other things, and what is it going for?
I have, Manuel has gotten some things autographed by Dak. We've got a hat and a banner and a little doll that is going to be for the North Dallas High School Alumni Golf Tournament this coming Monday. The Alumni Association does a good job in helping the students there at North Dallas. North Dallas is in a low-income area of Dallas, and they provide scholarships. And the thing that is near and dear to my heart is that they help the nearly 200 homeless students that are part of the North Dallas High School school.
So they even honored you, it was either last year or the year before that, with a Roger Tidwell closet. Is that right? Talk about that.
Well, our church has been supporting and trying to minister to the homeless students for several years, and we raised some money and helped them build a clothes closet where they could have an organized room, a big room with a dressing room and plenty of room for people to donate their clothes, and the kids could come in and get the clothes they need either for them or their parents and things like that. And also they provide in the room or in the with the worker there food and snacks that they can take home, because some of these kids may not get anything for lunch or supper that day. and they provide for that as well.
Well, next thing, now you got to make friends with somebody who does some work for Tony Romo and maybe Aaron Rodgers, so you get the hook up on those guys.
This is about as deep as I can go with my friendships. People from Howe just don't get as fortunate as we are with Manuel and his relationship with Dak.
That's pretty amazing. It's pretty remarkable that you're able to provide those kinds of things for that project. It's amazing.
Well, you hear a lot of the big things about these professional players. You certainly hear the bad things, but you never hear about the the good deeds they do for people such as myself and the Alumni Association for North Dallas. And if you hadn't have put me on the air, nobody would even know about this. So he's really good people, as we say around here.
Well, I hope they raise a lot of money for that program. I really hope that it helps out. And I know that if you let a Baptist preacher on the air, that you won't get him off. So we gotta take a break here, and
I'll be back. Thank you, Monty.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Thank you, Brother Roger.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
The players are going to come back out on the field here pretty soon. But let's go over the scoring drive recap here in the first half. Howe took the ball. They won the toss and wanted the football first. They took the football first. Whoop. We're going to get rid of that piped-in music. Let's see. Howe took the ball first at their own 42-yard line. Had complete control of this football game for about the first 7 minutes of the game. Drove 16 plays on their opening possession. Took it all the way down to the 3-yard line until they had a motion penalty that moved them back to first and goal at the 8. Were not able to punch it in. Came up a yard short from points on what would have been a 68 or a 58-yard opening drive possession, taking right at about 7 minutes off the clock. However, the Bulldogs were not able to convert, so they gave the ball back to Bonham at their own 1-yard line. It didn't take Bonham very long. 6 plays, 99 yards, and it was a touchdown strike from Rodriguez to Shellman. That one 26 yards, and now we can turn our mic back on. 26 yards for the scoring strike gave Bonham the early 7-0 lead with 2:33 remaining in the first. Howe's second possession started at their own 30-yard line, drove 11 plays and 70 yards when Elijah Campbell caught a touchdown pass in the near corner north end zone from Bryce Krantz, his first touchdown pass of the year. And Howe, with a 2-point conversion, led 8-7 with 8:45 left to go in the second quarter. Bonham took the ball back, only went 2 plays, 71 yards, and scored on a Jarrell Stewart touchdown pass from Rodriguez. That gave Bonham the 14-8 lead. Howe took the ball again, drove 7 plays, 79 yards, and Leighton Elvington scored on a bootleg around the right edge. That was a brilliant call for a 12-yard touchdown to tie the game at 14 with 5:40 left to go before the half. Bonham's next possession started at their own 40-yard line with 5:40. They went 9 plays, 60 yards, and scored on a 9-yard touchdown pass from Rodriguez to Reinhardt, and that gave Bonham a 21-14 lead with 1:04 remaining before the half. Howe, who does not have a quick strike offense, well, don't say that to them. 1 play, 78 yards, Cameron Blessai on the carry on the near side to the north end zone scored, and that brings us our score 21-20. Bonham did have another chance after that with 41 seconds, but were not able to score. They did drive down the field about 20 yards, but Dyson Dillard made a huge stop near midfield to end the first half, and here we are. It is time for second half action. So Callie Vick will be kicking off on this Tech Wave kickoff, and I've lost my pen. And I'm going to need to find that. Okay.
I got a pen you can borrow.
I'm going to need it. So here's the Tech Wave kickoff. And it's going to be taken at about the 40-yard line, coming near side, and stopped at the 45. I'm going to send Stephen Braswell on a hunt to see if he can find my Howe Bulldog pen that has a tip on it like that. It may be. I hope it's not in the coach's room. Okay. I don't think it is. I thought it might be in there in the middle room. I'm not sure. Anyway, maybe Caroline ran off.
Do we need to go down to Caroline at the sideline?
Caroline, did you steal my pen?
I don't have it. So sorry.
So here we go. 1st and 10, left to right for Bonham at their own 44-yard line. And this is going to be near side, and on the play is a handoff to the right side, Shellman, and he's brought down immediately by Alex Kellum.
Alex Kellum getting good penetration on that jet sweep, and back to the line of scrimmage. I didn't see an Air Sigleski, but I saw a high-stepping Air Sigleski.
So 2nd down and 10, no gain on the play. And 11:30 and rolling. We're just underway here in the 3rd quarter, and I need to change that scoreboard and update that. We're in the 3rd quarter now, right?
3rd.
Yep. 2nd and 10, handoff up the middle, and that's Stevenson for a couple of yards. A nice play there again. That one is going to be J.C. Helpenstell.
And J.C. Helpenstell was in the middle there waiting for Stevenson to come through there and made a good tackle that wrapped him up. 3rd and 8 now for the Warriors. If you can get a 3 and out right here, this would be great for this Bulldog confidence.
Hey, guess what, Steven? It was in my pocket. That's the way it goes, right? So 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and 8. 7 coming up. Shotgun for Rodriguez. Drops back 3 steps. Looks over to Stewart's side. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to have to run for it. Has a 1st down. Shakes his shoulders at the 40. Makes a move to the 30, to the 20. Down the sidelines and pushed out of bounds by the cornerback or safety, Jalen Thornton. A big run there by Rodriguez. Takes it deep in Howe territory inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, he was trying to scramble there. I didn't see who the players were, but somebody looked like they, for Howe, got blocked in the back, and Coach Jay and Coach Sigleski were almost out to the numbers protesting that call. It was a no call, though. So big break there for the Warriors.
And a flag has been tossed.
Unsportsmanlike against the Bulldogs.
Penalty flag thrown at the 34-yard line.
And apparently, is an unsportsmanlike penalty. Is that on Roger Tidwell? It's on the PA. The unsportsman. I've never seen that in 25 years.
I was about to say,
they called it an unsportsmanlike. And let's check down with Caroline Slauson.
So what happened is Mr. Tidwell wanted a block in the back out here. He called it over the PA. There was no flag. The ump looked back up at him, looking at him like, what happened? And he goes, oh, I thought there was a flag on that block in the back over everybody. And that's when he threw the flag.
So our PA guy thought it was a block in the back, said it, and he got a penalty?
No, he did not think it.
Okay, all right.
Well, he did, but he wanted it.
Okay, all right. So back to action. It's 2nd down and goal as they spotted the ball to about the 10-yard line, and Stevenson runs it to about the 8. So take back everything I said, right?
Okay.
I'm still kind of confused, Caroline.
I think that's the most confusing thing I've ever heard. I don't know.
So
I really wish y'all could have heard it.
They did call a penalty against Howe. It was an unsportsmanlike conduct against Howe.
Yes.
But it was after. There was no block in the back.
No.
Okay.
They did not call it. No.
Rodriguez throws it in the end zone for the wide receiver Stewart, but it's incomplete. And nice coverage over there by Harmon.
Harmon was right there in his jersey there. Good coverage on him, and threw it back to the corner of the end zone there where only Stevenson could get it. And just a good job there by Harmon to kind of make it difficult for Stevenson to make the catch. Incomplete.
3rd down and 3 coming up. Or goal, rather. No, I take that back. 3rd down and goal from the 8. Now I'm just all kinds of
You're
confused.
discombobulated here now.
I'm confused over what just happened. I think I know what happened, but I've never seen that before,
That
so I
is-
don't want to call out Roger over there. You know, he's a pretty nice, he's long-winded, but he's a nice guy. Here is Rodriguez coming near side to the 5, diving close to the pylon, flag down, and he's down out of bounds before getting to that pylon, and we'll check the flag. Holding against Bonham.
Thrown at the goal line.
So it was a penalty against the PA.
Have you ever seen that?
I've never seen it in 25 years. I've never seen it. Now, I have seen a penalty thrown on my sideline guy before.
Ooh.
Yeah, Caroline. So be careful with that.
Who is that?
Yeah, that was way back in the 90s. I can't even remember. I think it might have been Jason Smith.
I wasn't even born, so
It
we're
might
okay.
have
I'm
been.
just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So right now the ball's at the 11 after the penalty. It'll be third down and goal from the 11. There's 10-11 on the clock here in the third quarter. The officials call a timeout for a moment.
Well, now you're looking at a little third and we're spotting the ball at the 11.
Our line judge on our side got a little roughed up in that last play
Holding
earlier.
against the Warriors. Still third down.
All right, so the holding penalty, I put him at the 11-yard line.
All right, so here we go. Third down and goal from the 11. Bonham sends Rodriguez in the gun. Stevenson stands to his left. Rodriguez is going to throw here, looking left, throwing over the middle. It's incomplete. Oh, what a great grab. Did he grab that? Holy cow. He made that catch.
No
Did he make
indication
the
yet.
catch? No indication. A one-handed grab. My goodness. Jarvis Landry has made an appearance in Howe, Texas.
It was a slant across the middle, and I didn't see who was that Shellman?
I think that might have been Shellman.
Shellman put a left paw down as he was falling to the ground and able to put it, I guess, cup it in his hand and then bring it to his body without it hitting the ground, I guess.
One of the greatest catches I've ever seen in high school football right
Guys,
there.
that was number 5, Singleton.
Singleton on that catch. Okay, here's the PAT, and it's up and good. 10:04 left on the third quarter clock. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
We're getting ready for the Tech Wave kickoff here in the second half. It was an Exalt Realty scoring drive recap of 4 plays, 56 yards, capped off by an amazing catch by Singleton from Rodriguez of 12 yards. And here is the kick, going to bounce at about the 4, go into the end zone, so Howe will have a touchback.
All right, so Bulldogs will get the ball here, start this third quarter. We're 10:04 to go here in the third quarter. You probably need to, I don't want to say this is a pretty important possession, I would think, because you had to be able to stop Bonham on offense. So if you're not able to score and then Bonham was able to get the ball back and score again, that's a lot of ifs there. You're down by 2 possessions. So Bulldogs need to at least take some time off the clock here and hopefully punch it in.
From their own 25-yard line, first time to touch the ball here in the second half. First down and 10, moving right to left. Elvington goes under center. Arturo Louder in motion, handoff Blessai up the middle. He'll gain 2, 3, possibly up to the 29-yard line. Maybe 4.
Again, Bulldogs going to, I guess, try to attack that interior defensive line. They were able to do that in the at the end of the second half. There with Blessai had that long run.
So second down and about 5 coming up for Howe. 9:42 and rolling here in the third quarter. Walking up to the line of scrimmage are the Bulldogs. Parker Blunt, center, leads them out. Elvington under center. Austin Lee in the backfield, but this is going to be a handoff to Spencer Akins, I believe. And is it Akins or is it Harmon? It's Harmon, and he's slung down. Forward progress will take him across the 30 to the 31 and 32 rather, and that sets up a fairly manageable third down.
Yeah, Harmon had to fight for those last couple of yards. He shows a little bit of power there. He's more of a speedster, but he shows a little bit of power. But puts the Bulldogs here in a 3rd and 3 situation, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, about 3rd and 3. And the Bulldogs come to the line of scrimmage, 8:57 on the clock. Elvington under center. They're going to hand off Austin Lee up the middle, rumbling and stumbling, but he is brought down hard at the line of scrimmage by Chris Wilson. Huge defensive tackle by Bonham, and I mean he is huge.
He's listed 6'6", 350.
He's all of it.
And you can spot him out from the press box.
Now we're going to see if we have Blackjack Jailing or not here, as the ball is at the 35-yard line, and it's going to be probably an inch short. They're bringing the chains across.
On the field for a measurement.
I think they're going to be a little bit short here, but we'll see. And we'll see what Coach Bill Jailing wants to do if they come up short. And, boy, it's going to be tight. It's going to be 6 inches. Yeah, 6 inches. So, what do? You're at your own 35-yard line. You know if you give it to Bonham, they're probably going to score, and it'll be a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, you're trying to keep it away from Bonham, but you're in your own territory. This will be an interesting decision from Coach Jay.
It's a very interesting decision.
I mean, this is
didn't Barry Switzer catch a lot of heck for a similar type call? But, do you give it to him at the 30, or do you give it to him at this 35? Which 35 do you want to give it to Bonham? Or your chances are keeping it, and you can hear the Howe crowd, and that tells you what's happening. Elvington under center, handoff. Blesseye met at the line of scrimmage. Not sure he got it. And for the second time tonight, Bonham has held Howe on 4th down and a turnover on downs.
They got a big surge on that defensive line. I think Blesseye may have even lost yardage on that. And now Bulldogs, they're going to have to rely on their defense here now on this one. They're down by 8. Haven't been able to stop Bonham. It was a risk. I understand why they took it. But now you're going to have to pay the piper now.
So the ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line on the Howe side. And Bonham has shown that they can score at will very quickly. So what you're looking for now, if you're a Bulldog fan, is some sort of a turnover. And Cameron Blesseye will check in for Alex Kellum on defense.
Well, that last drive, they were able to kind of stop a little bit of the passing attack, but they couldn't contain Rodriguez.
3-man front for the Bulldogs. Looks like they're rushing 4. Shotgun Rodriguez, a man in motion. Handoffs right up the middle. Stevenson had some room, and it's good for about 7 yards on first down inside the 30 to the 29. Give him 6.
Just a draw up the middle there to Stevenson. Draw up the middle there to Stevenson. They were going to look like they were going to try to blitz Campbell from the cornerback position, but no need to there as Stevenson went up the middle.
So second down and about 5, 4.5 perhaps. Man in motion is Reinhardt, and they'll hand to Stevenson again over left tackle. Makes one man miss, and finally brought down by Blesseye right at the first down marker at the 24-yard line. We'll see if they move the sticks, and it appears they will. So now Bonham doing to Howe what Howe does to everyone. They're just keeping the ball on the ground, moving the clock, and moving the chains.
Stevenson did a good job there, made a move, and just enough to get past Blesseye. Blesseye got one arm on him, was able to bring him down, but not only after the sticks.
Stevenson will move from the left side of Rodriguez to the right side, and now a man in motion is Reinhardt again. They'll fake it to him, and right up the middle goes Rodriguez. Got a little seam, breaks a couple of tackles, and big Devin Porter brings him down hard at the 22-yard line.
Fake the jet sweep around and use Rodriguez there, who we talked about, can run the ball. He's been able to scramble a lot, and he's not only his arm, but his legs can make something happen.
They'll push the sticks to the 20, so give him 4 on that quarterback trap right up the middle. 7:01 on the clock here in the third, and Bonham leading 28-20 and driving here in good shape, heading towards that south end zone, moving left to right. Purple pants, purple helmets, gray shirts with white numbers, not the easiest to see. 3 receivers left side, 1 down here at the bottom. Man in motion is Reinhardt. They fake it to him, give it to Stevenson up the middle, and he's got a couple of 5 yards down to about the 11 and a first down.
They're mostly a passing team, I guess you could say, but they do just enough run to make it to keep them keep the defense honest. And Stevenson there again, just a draw off the middle and another big run, enough to get a first down.
Stewart split out wide to the left, as he always is. Reinhardt will be with him on that far sideline. Stevenson in the backfield, along with Rodriguez in the gun, and he'll fake it to Stevenson. Actually, he'll give it to him in a nice play right up the middle by Cameron Blesseye for a loss of about three yards.
Cameron Blesseye able to beat his block there on that left side, able to get penetration there and take down Stevenson. Good job there by Blesseye.
You know, Blesseye this year he's making his name as a fullback, doing a great job of rushing, but years prior, sophomore, junior year, was a defensive end and made his name with Coach Hudson as a defensive player and playing an outstanding defensive end right there on that play. Second down and 12 coming up for Bonham, moving left to right, dropping back to pass, flush down to the pocket, now throws a swing pass out, incomplete. Harmon in coverage, trying to hit his slot receiver, Noah Shellman. It falls incomplete. Let's check down on the field with Caroline Slauson. Let's see if there you go. Are you there?
I'm so sorry. Yes.
Hey, what's the team like tonight? Is it lackadaisical or is it all business tonight? What do you think?
We were talking about it at halftime, and even when we were off the air, it's very serious down here. They are. I don't know what happened. If it was just a rough week, or maybe it's a first district game, but it's serious business. That's the only way I can put it.
It's a different Bulldog team. Well, we hope it's a different Bulldog defensive series right here. It's going to be 3rd and long when we come back from this timeout. We'll be right back.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
By the way, if you were wondering, that was our Knight Furniture sideline report. Again, thanks to Knight Furniture and all of our sponsors for this 2018 Bulldog season, including Robertson's Welding Service, the Howe Athletic Booster Club, Tech Wave, FBC Howe, Bucks North Barbecue, State Farm, Scoggins Funeral Home, Micah Belden, Attorney, Exalt Realty, Independent Bank, and Sonic of Howe. And now we're ready for action. The swinging gate from Bonham on 3rd down and 12. Everybody bunched together on the left side. Rodriguez and 2 linemen. And now they'll break from that and come back near side. They were going to catch the Bulldogs napping and see if they would be able to cover that. They did. And across the middle into the end zone. And a touchdown for Rodriguez to the backup quarterback, Brant Stuber. However, there's a flag down.
And the coach for, I believe that's Coach Fish for Bonham, is out the numbers protesting that flag.
So they set up in the swinging gate, and what that is about 8 players over there on one bunched together on the far side. They break out of it, come back into the play, and now they're throwing another flag. Personal foul.
Ineligible player downfield.
Or ineligible player downfield on that one. Is that the only?
I think that's the only flag.
Okay. And now another flag. And that one was the high one. And you know what the high one means. Roger got the high one earlier.
And I guess that's going to be on the coach there, head coach.
So they're not taking any slack off of head coaches or
PA announcer.
Caroline better be careful down there, I'm telling you. They're going to back this ball all the way back to the 34-yard line.
That's a big penalty there for the Warriors, too.
You attack 2 penalties on against each other, and they add up some yardage. So now it's going to be 3rd down and Van Alstyne.
Well, this showing you this referee crew ain't playing around.
Mr. Referee, was the touchdown good?
And they're out of Commerce. Did Coach Jay have an issue with the Commerce chapter a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that or not. I like that. If there's a question from the PA announcer, he asked the official, "Hey, was that touchdown good?" I like that.
He's learning.
I tell you what, this is very entertaining tonight
and informative.
3rd down and Van Alstyne for Bonham from their 34-yard line. Rodriguez drops back, flushed out of the pocket, brought down from behind, and a great play. Devin Porter gets up, pumps his fist, raises his hands for the crowd to get up. It's 4th down in Van Alstyne.
I believe, was that Cameron Blessai, I believe, who came around on that sack?
It was Blessai and Porter.
Blessai and Porter. I was watching Blessai on this near side, and he was really working that corner, working that right tackle there for the Eagles, Jacob Kennedy on that right side, and really made a good effort there. It was just a hustle effort there by Blessai. Good job there by Porter. Put him in 4th and long situation, 4th and maybe 30?
4th and 30, yes, 4th and 30.
At least.
So Bonham will send Rodriguez in the gun. 3 receivers near side, drops back 3 steps, setting up the screen. Shellman has it up the middle. That's Stevenson, rather. Trying to be chased down from behind by Dyson Dillard. What an outstanding play by the nose guard.
Dyson Dillard with that on the defensive line shows some speed. I mean, he really was able to catch up there to Stevenson there, tackling from behind, and ball goes back over to Howe.
Boy, that was all heart right there.
That was, man.
Dyson Dillard just from behind, just full sprint, and turns the ball over on downs. Howe will take it at their 20.
And the thing was, he fought off his block and then just made a good pursuit. So he did double action there. Good job there by Dyson Dillard on the pursuit.
4:32 on the clock here in the 3rd. A nice job by Howe to not give up any points there for the first time in a long time to Bells. Elvington will go under center. To Bonham, rather. Man in motion and coming across. Actually, Elvington may keep it, and the ball pops out. The refs are going to say he was down. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. That may have been our first fumbled snap of the evening.
We hadn't had any of those yet.
We were just talking about that at half with Stephen Braswell, and he mentioned that we've gone the whole game. I do that all the time, so it's all right. 2nd down and 8. We did knock on wood, but it didn't work.
And they recovered it, so.
Yeah. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Bulldogs. 3:53 and rolling here in the 3rd. Crowd getting excited as Howe's moving right to left. Man in motion as Arturo Louder, another fumbled snap. And this time picked up. And that's going to be Cameron Blessai. Somehow picks it up and rumbles forward to the bottom side of the field at the 45-yard line.
Just the way you drew it up, drop it on the ground. Blessai picks it up, surges through the offensive line, and they had to drag him down into Warrior territory. He blasted through that line and then put on the afterburners, and luckily for them, they were able to bring him down.
33 yards on the bumbled snap, pick up by Cameron Blessai. 1st and 10, Elvington, handoff, bobbled for a moment, Harmon, but he secures it, falls forward to the 40 after a nice 7-yard gain.
Harmon, we talked about, he's not a very big back himself. He's not big like Blessai or Lee, but he's able to show some power there and able to get 7-8 yards on that carry.
Well, I tell you what, you can see that something has happened with this Bulldog team.
They are.
This is a totally different team than what we saw last Thursday night.
And the crowd feels like it's getting into it as well.
There's a different crowd. 2nd down and 2.5. Elvington under center. Louder in motion, handoff Blessai near side mid at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. Might have lost a yard.
That was Daniel Dowling. We've called his name a couple of times with penetration up front, and he sniffed that one out.
So 3rd down, and a critical 3rd down coming up here. About 4 yards needed. with 2:20 on the clock in the third. Howe desperately needs points on this drive, trailing 28-20 in the third. Elvington goes under center, and this is going to be a handoff straight up the middle, and flung down is Spencer Akins. Or that's Harmon again. And he ran into a brick wall, and it's going to be 4th down and 4.
Yeah, he ran into a wall there and just got knocked back. And looks like we may have our first punt of the game.
Apparently we will. You can hear the Bonham faithful on the far side as they're happy about this, stopping Howe and forcing a punt. The Bonham Warriors brought most of their talent over here, it appears. Jalen Thornton back to punt, standing at the 48-yard line, gets a long, wobbly kick away. It bounces at the 5, goes into the end zone for a touchback. So both teams forcing no points to either here early, and man alive. In the first half, you had to check your defense at the door, and now apparently they both showed up.
I guess both teams have made adjustments here, and so Bulldogs thinking they could maybe if they could have got a touchdown there to bring them within at least 2, could have made things interesting again. But now the defense got to answer the call again.
Let's check down real quick with Caroline Slauson, our Night Furniture sideline. Call to the sidelines down there. Hey, nice stop there by Bonham. Nice stop by Howe. What do you think?
Man, these fans, like y'all said earlier, something different about this crowd just in the past couple minutes. And I was actually I made a restroom run when all those penalties were happening, and Bonham seemed like came back and some things had changed. So
there's a big run by Stevenson for a first down for about 12, 13, 15, 16 yards, and here's the hurry-up offense. So they'll spot it at the 36. Little swing pass out to Reinhardt, makes the catch, another first down. J.C. Helpenstill makes the stop near midfield at the 48. And Bonham's moving again, back-to-back 12-yard plays. They can't move the sticks fast enough for Bonham to get to the line of scrimmage. Here they go, everybody set. Rodriguez in the gun, wanting to throw, fakes downfield, now throws downfield, it's caught downfield, and that is his big wide receiver, Stewart, who makes the catch and another first down. And this looks like a Tony Romo 2-minute offense. Ball at the 32-yard line. And now a timeout's been called. Surely that's taken by Howe, and it is. And the Bonham crowd is really happy about what's going on right now. We'll take a quick timeout, let them think about it.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrRedInsurance.com.
First down and 10, Rodriguez in the gun. Man in motion coming from left to right is Reinhardt. And Rodriguez wants to run, looking for a block from Stevenson, trying to find the far corner, cuts back to the near side, cuts back to the corner and brought down at the 20-yard line by Devin Porter. Arturo Lauder is slow to get up, but he does finally get up. 35 seconds on the third quarter clock, and the ball now rests at the 20-yard line.
Buckle your seatbelts, they're going fast again.
There's a handoff to Stevenson. Nope, a keeper around the right edge to the 10 and brought down near the 5 at the 6-yard line. Another first down for Rodriguez.
They've just got so many weapons on this field. They've got running backs, they got the receiver, and then we have Rodriguez who can run the ball, run and pass the ball.
You know, this comes this is where having a lot of kids comes into play.
Absolutely.
They're not going both ways. You have fresh legs, whereas Howe's playing a lot of kids both ways.
Especially late in the game.
Second half is where that comes into fruition and where that becomes a factor, and it's becoming a factor, especially when they turn up the volume like they've done right here. Ball at the 7-yard line. Rodriguez in the gun. Stevenson stands to his right, and that's the final ticks of the third quarter clock. Buckle your seatbelt, grab your socks, and pull. It's going to be a barn burner in the fourth quarter.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Hey Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, I think one of the spotlights for this football game is Dyson Dillard, who made 2 critical plays in critical moments of this game. What an outstanding game that young man has had.
Absolutely. He's shown a little heart out there with his hustle. Him and Devin Porter both. And even Blessai. All that defensive line's been really highlight to see for tonight.
Yeah, Devin Porter, an emotional leader tonight on defense.
You know, watching these two teams go, these two offenses, this kind of reminds you OU and Army.
Yeah.
High-octane offense against a
that was scary.
Slow, methodical type offense. Our resident Sooner fan here, Monty.
I almost had a heart attack during that game. First down and goal at the 7-yard line for Bonham as we switch sides. Now Bonham goes to the north end zone. Rodriguez looks right side, now sets up the screen in the middle and into the end zone. Too easy. That is Noah Shellman on the touchdown reception on the middle screen pass.
A screen pass right in the middle of the field, just waiting for it to develop and just trying to bring in those Bulldog defenders and then just loft it over their heads right into the right to the receiver, and he's able to just walk into the end zone for a touchdown.
So Reinhardt on for the PAT to try to make this a 35-20 game. The snap is back. Stuber to hold. The kick is up, and the flag is down, and the kick is good. Let's check the flag.
Maybe offsides. It is offsides against the Bulldogs.
Offsides against Howe. The PAT is good. We have a new score, 35-28. We have an injured Bulldog down.
We have an injury timeout.
We're while they're working on the injured Bulldog, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
What's that pass to you?
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Once again, Bonham fakes the quail onside on the Tech Wave kickoff, and now they'll line it up to kick this one away. Your Exalt Realty scoring drive recap, 4 plays, 80 yards. It was a 4-yard touchdown from Rodriguez to Shellman, and our new score is 35-20. Howe trying to get back in this game offensively. Coming up the near side is Thornton from the 5-yard line. He's got the 30, and a nice return back to the 32-yard line by Jalen Thornton.
Good Good return by Thornton to see if the Bulldogs. This is now an important possession. You're down by 15, fourth quarter. Again, you've had trouble stopping the Bonham offense, and so you really don't need a methodical drive. You need a quick one here, a quick score, and hope your defense can stop them.
You need a stop. I mean, you need a score, however long it takes. You need a stop, and you need a score, however long it takes. So 2 scores and a stop, for the record, with 11:44 left to go in the game. Here come the Bulldogs to the line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line. Their own 34. Elvington hands off, near side Blesseye, and he's going to ram forward to the 36-yard line for about 3 yards. 4 yards. 5 yards to the 37.
Trying to get that right guard. Blesseye's been the bright spot for this Bulldog rushing attack. Coming in, he was the leading rusher on this team.
So give him 4 yards from the 33 to the 37, and Elvington will go under center. 2nd down to 6 coming up. This is a handoff on the near side. Aikens trying to squeeze through, met by the linebackers after about 4 or 5 yards, setting up a 3rd and short just past the 40-yard line.
Aikens on that trap play come from the wingback position, and he just kind of squeezed to the line, found a hole, and puts them in 3rd and short situation. This is the type of situation the Bulldogs want to be in, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
This is no doubt 2-down territory for the Bulldogs near midfield at the 41-yard line. I don't think there's any question about Blackjack jailing in this situation in the 4th quarter.
Not this point in the game.
So 3rd down and about 2, a long 2 coming up. Elvington will go under center. A man in motion is Brennan. They're going to toss near side. Blesseye covers it up. Blesseye lowers his shoulder and skips out of bounds after a 1st down run at the 47-yard line.
It seems like we haven't seen quite as many pitches to the outside as we usually do. But Bulldogs able to get one there and to get out of bounds. Stop this clock.
So they'll spot it at the 49. So an 8-yard run on a crucial 3rd down by Blesseye. A nice job by that offensive line. Again, Alex Kellum getting the start for Howe. 2nd week in a row he's playing a tackle position. Elvington on 1st and 10 will hand off to Caden Harmon, who squeezes out 40. Look out, a foot race. He's fast to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Brought down at the 5-yard line.
Harmon able to squeeze between a hole between that right guard and that center, and then able to go to the opposite part of the field.
And Harmon is down. He has not gotten up yet. He went down hard right near the goal line.
It was a race to the goal line there. Yeah, got caught down about the 2-3 yard line. Yeah, he's down.
And, we're kind of past the cramp season. You're in game, 5?
It's game 5.
Game 5. But it could be cramps, but typically after about 4 games into the year and when it starts cooling down a little bit, the cramps seem to go away. But they are stretching him out. So Ricky Aiken, his 30th year here in Howe. Kind of working on Caden Harmon down there. Maybe it's cramps. We hope it is. 10-17 on the clock, left to go in the game. Howe is knocking on the door in great shape right here inside the 5.
I say, what a run by Harmon. You want to move the ball down the field, but a chance to make a big run there to get everybody close to the goal line here. You can punch this in quick and still have some time on the clock.
Harmon, not a huge guy by any means. Bulldog fans from years ago, if you throw out the name Paul Cavender, that's very, very similar to the runner that Caden Harmon is. Very, very much like Paul Cavender back in the days. So 1st and goal, and that's for the old people out there. Nobody knows that except us old Bulldogs. There are a few out there, though. 1st and goal from about the 2.
This is Blesseye territory.
Blesseye is the fullback. Elvington will fumble the snap, but he gets in. It's touchdown time in Texas. A bobbled snap, but it comes up aces.
Or Elvington territory. His 2nd touchdown of the night. I don't know if that's the way they designed it, but ball falls on the ground. He picks it up and jumps to the end zone. And Bulldogs are going to go for 2.
Well, I think you have to at this point.
Down by 9.
35-26 at the moment. And they'll try to make it 2. and a touchdown lead. Let's see. Here they come to the line of scrimmage. Austin Lee is in the backfield, and Krantz is in the gun, and Bonham calls a timeout.
We have a timeout on the field.
We'll keep it right here and talk about this one. This is an interesting call. So on a 2-point conversion, Howe runs a different unit out there and a different look with Krantz in the gun and basically forces Bonham to use one of their timeouts. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I think that was really good. Yeah, because they're trying to, you put Krantz in there, who's a different kind of weapon, and a different, and plus they're just going for 2. I guess that threw Bonham off guard, but they had to know that was coming. Down 35-26, down by 9. They need to come within a touchdown. But yeah, that was good there by Coach Jay to force the hand of Coach Fish to call a timeout.
Let's make a Night Furniture sideline call to Caroline Slauson. What do you got down there? What's going on in the field?
I don't see her.
Sweet Caroline.
I'm sorry, guys. I have some technical difficulty. Did y'all ask me a question? I'm so sorry.
That's okay. We're coming back onto the
so
field.
Sorry.
That's all right. We'll get back to you. So this is very important right here. Krantz is still out on the field for the 2-point conversion. And he's going to go under center for one of the few times this year. And it's going to be a dropped snap.
Out.
And falling on it is Krantz. Bonham says they have it, but it doesn't matter. They've forced a non-PAT. So we're going to take a quick timeout. Score remains 35-26. We've got a ball game right here. We'll be right back.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
The Tech Wave kickoff is going to be run back to the house. Shillman fielded it at his 30, went down the left sideline. There was a big seam, and he was gone. There was no doubt about it. It went right to Shillman. He saw the seam. He took it, and touchdown Bonham.
You pretty much described it right there. Just kind of a kickoff got about the 25, 30-yard line, found a hole, and just he was off the races. There was nobody going to catch him. And that was quick. Now the Bulldogs find themselves again down by 2 scores.
So Reinhardt on for the PAT. Right now it's 41-26. Man. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. It's 42-26. We'll take another quick timeout. We'll be right back.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
So it was a no-play drive because the Tech Wave kickoff was run back. But we do have an Exalt Realty scoring drive recap from just seconds prior to that when Howe scored on a 5-play, 67-yard drive that was capped off by a 2-yard touchdown by Elvington. But the big run was a massive one by, oh my gosh, I almost
Stevenson?
said Harmon. Almost said
sorry.
Paul Cavender.
Oh.
Caden Harmon. So here's another Tech Wave kickoff for you. They'll fake the Quail onside again, and they'll back it up, and they'll line up on the 45. Ball is teed up at the 40. Jalen Thornton back deep. We'll see if he'll have a chance to return it. It is a high kick. It's going to go to Louder. on the far side. He's coming up the middle of the field looking for a block. He gets a block for a moment, lowers his shoulder, and rams over a Bonham Warrior to the 35-yard line.
Tackle made there by number 32, Jordan Hagan, senior linebacker for the Warriors.
They'll give Howe the ball to start at or near the 36-yard line on their end of the field. There's a 9:53 on the clock remaining in the football game, and Howe's going to have to turn into quick score offense all of a sudden.
I was about to say, you need this is where now you need a touchdown quickly. You can't really afford a methodical drive necessarily. But at this point, you just want to score.
So Elvington goes under center. Cameron Blesseye in the backfield. And this is going to be the trap coming from far to near by Arturo Lauder and tripped up at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. But I think they'll get him right at the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, they did a good job of staying in their lanes and good pursuit there by the Warriors. Make that no gain. Lauder's had a little bit of success on that, but not a whole lot.
You know, we talked about the difference in enrollment and what that does in the second half of these football games. Man in motion is Brennan, and there's a flag, and this one's going to be against Howe, a false start against the Bulldogs. So it'll be 2nd down and 15 coming up from the 31-yard line. But Bonham has an enrollment of 488 students in high school compared to Howe's 341. Now Bonham just dropped back to 3A Division I, where Howe is at the very bottom of 3A Division I. Only 5 schools are smaller than Howe in that division. So we've done the numbers, and after the 2nd down and 15 play, we'll tell you about it. As Elvington's going to hand off left side, that's Harmon again, and he's fighting for yardage and slung down after a couple to about the 33. So the numbers break down like this. If you have 488 students for Bonham and you have 341 students for Howe, you got about 140 difference in students, right? Mm-hmm. So you got about 70 difference in juniors and seniors, right?
Right.
So you got about 35 difference in junior, senior boys to choose from. And in football, how many do you need to make a big difference out of 35? Probably about 5.
Yeah.
You take about 5 kids out of those 35 extra students, and that is a massive difference. Krantz bobbles the snap on the shotgun, and it's picked up by Bonham, and it's going to be run in for a touchdown. The snap was bobbled. It was right in his hands. It just slipped out of his hands and rushed back for a touchdown.
Krantz tried to pick it up and just could never get a handle on it. And finally he went down. The ball was kicked around and picked up by, who did we say?
Ryan Robertson.
Robertson, the senior, or the linebacker. And the points come in different ways here for the Warriors.
Reinhardt's extra point is true.
They've scored in all 3 phases of the game.
And now Bonham's lead extends to 49-26.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
The First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
Getting ready for another Tech Wave kickoff. As you know, maybe the smartest people of the whole bunch is Tech Wave.
Yeah.
They got a dozen kickoffs tonight. And they'll fake the quail onside. The Exalt Realty scoring drive recap, no plays because it was a fumble recovery. Ran in for a touchdown by Ryan Robertson on a drop snap by Bryce Krantz. Reinhardt will boom this one away. It's going to be taken by Jalen Thornton at his 9-yard line, coming near side, looking for a block by Jaron Ing. And a flag is down, and Thornton is down at the 32-yard line. We'll check the flag, which is on the bottom side of the field at the 40-yard line, and looks like they are offsides again.
Now the question is, do you re-kick it, or do you take?
Yeah, I might take. I don't know.
Take the 5 yards.
You might take the 5. You might. I don't know. They've been getting
like
fairly decent returns.
They're going to take the 5, put it to the 37-yard line.
So that's what Coach Jaling will do, is they'll move the ball to the 37. A moment ago, Howe started at the 36. Now they're at the 37. It didn't work out so well from the 36. Maybe that extra yard will help here. First down and 10, left to right. Howe coming to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion is Spencer Akins, and Elvington wants to throw down the field for Devin Porter. He comes back for it, and there has to be some kind of a flag there as Porter went up for it. He was in double coverage. There was a lot of contact. There is a flag down at the line of scrimmage, but not where Porter was.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
Roger, don't say pass interference.
There'll be another flag come out.
Flag thrown at the 35-yard line.
And this is going to be a personal foul. Face mask against Howe.
Against the Dogs.
And the hits just keep on coming for the Bulldogs.
And that is not good news, as that will back them up 15 yards, already at their 37, and back they go.
Well, at the 10-15 mark, the Bulldogs scored on that Leighton Elvington quarterback sneak. Since then, it's been like a 14-point swing that's about 3 minutes ago, game time, 14-point swing from the Warriors. And so all of a sudden, this thing has got out of hand here.
It has gotten out of hand. And this isn't abnormal for Bonham. They have been putting the points on the board for the past 3 weeks, and another flag down. This one, false start against Howe.
Against the Dogs.
So now you're going to back them up to the 17, and all of a sudden Howe's got first in Van Alstyne. But you got to get through Howe first.
Well, yeah. At this point, okay, you're down by 23. You keep going backwards here. Let's just reset and regain your composure here.
Blesseye comes off the field. And, this is one of those basketball timeouts that you might need, Take a timeout. Let's
quit worrying about the score and just execute.
Here is a fumble, I believe. It appears like it was a fumble. Elvington did get back on it. And now they're back at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of like a basketball where you're just getting ran out of the gym, and you have to just stop and say, okay, everybody stop, and let's just
reset.
Hang on just a second, all right?
Yeah, you almost need a basketball timeout. So Blesseye will check back into the game. It's second down. Oh, my. It says 30 on the board.
It's a Grayson County mile for sure.
Elvington under center. Blitz coming. And here's a handoff near side, and that's Blesseye. And a lot of drama and flopping on the left side over there, trying to draw a flag. Man alive.
Well, Blesseye's not showing quit. He's still running hard.
There was one of the Warriors over there, and I don't, hey, we're not going to point out names because a few weeks ago I got called out by a parent because one of their kids were flopping around, and I said he needed to be in drama class, and they called me on it. So ball at the 19-yard line. Elvington under center, drops back 3 steps, looks to throw. Down the field is Porter, who in and out of his hands. It's incomplete, but there's a flag down at the 25-yard line. And all of a sudden, this one's sloppy.
And there need to be a flag because Porter came out of his route, and I didn't see who he was held by. I think maybe by number 9, Brant Stuber, but he was getting mugged 5 yards after his route, at least. So it's going to be at least a holding or a pass interference.
Well, I would imagine that's a.
If so, that's
hold. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to have to walk that country mile, but it's not. They just walk maybe a quarter of it and set it down at the 29-yard line. So a 10-yard penalty.
Holding is the call against Bonham.
So it'll be third down still. Or, I'm sorry, it'll be first down now.
It is a first down.
With the penalty.
So 1st and 10. They erased part of that mile.
But bailed him out there. Third down, they bailed him out on a penalty.
Yeah, that was a big play. And another flag. Man.
Wow.
This one appears to go against Howe. False start. So it's getting ugly here late. There's 7:03 on the clock, and we've kind of slowed this one down a little bit.
Yeah, for 3 quarters we were going pretty quickly here with the methodical offense, the hurry-up offense that Bonham was running, and now we've got drop fumbles and flags. And
yeah, it's a little different game than what we had just maybe 15 minutes ago. So we're waiting on the call.
Offsides is the call against Bonham.
Now they're calling it offsides against Bonham. All of that they said against Howe. They made the motion, and now they say it's against Bonham. Whatever. First down and 5 as Austin Lee checks back into the game.
And Roger Tidwell made sure that the flag and the penalty were
We'll
called.
never let him note that down. I'll never let him live that one down. But he's probably getting upset because he's next door and he can hear me. So first down and 5 as Elvington goes under center. Handoff, Austin Lee, and he's met and driven backwards, but he does gain a couple of yards on forward progress. He escapes, but the whistles have blown.
And Austin Lee's running with the ball.
Yeah, he was taken off like Emmitt Smith out of the pile, but they blew the whistle after he stopped at the 37-yard line.
2nd down, 2 yards to go.
Man alive. 2nd down and 2 coming up for Howe. 6:34 and rolling in the game. It'd be nice for Howe to put another score on the board. An onside kick, who knows? It can get crazy. Come on. Here's a handoff, Louder from one side to another, trying to find that corner, trying to bust it around the edge, and a great rundown by the middle linebacker. Louder has the first down, but he could have had a lot more if it weren't for Luke Porter, the linebacker, who sprinted after him and drug him down from behind.
He was trying to get around that corner. He went about 5 yards back behind the line of scrimmage before he turned that corner, but got it just enough for the first down.
You know, that's the old play where Tony Dorsett used to drive Tom Landry absolutely crazy when he would run the sweep around the edge and he would lose 5 yards to get the corner because he knew he was fast enough to get it. First down and 10, left to right, Elvington. Handoff to Caden Harmon around the left side, and he's brought down after a 1-yard loss. Apparently Harmon okay. He's back in the gain and gains 1.
Harmon with the run. We talk about, again, he's not a very big guy, but he runs with authority. Of course, he's so little when he gets tackled. He gets tackled violently.
So we saw something today that I've never seen before. We talked a little bit about the discipline that's going on with Howe. They didn't know whether they were going to have the pep rally or not today, but they did have the pep rally, but no football team. You ever seen that?
Interesting.
2nd down and 9, man in motion. Lukash, and this is going to be a handoff to Blesseye. He's met at the line of scrimmage, nothing doing there. A yard or 2 lost back to the 40.
Again, Daniel Dowling on the defensive line beat his man off the ball and dropped Blesseye back there behind the line of scrimmage. And Bulldogs are again in a 3rd and long situation.
Let's make a Night Furniture sideline call to Sweet Caroline down there. Hey, things have changed a little bit since the last time we talked to you, huh? Is she in the student section or cheering? Oh, she's talking to Angie Liss. She's talking to Angie Liss.
Did she hear us?
3rd down and 10. And this is Elvington wanting to pass out of the gun. Deep down the field, looking for Porter, going up, and he drops it at the 34-yard line. He had both hands on it, and it went right through him. He was playing center field. It was a high pass way up in the air, and he turned around, basically was going to catch it like a punt, and it went right through his arms and incomplete. 4th down and 10 coming up, and punt time for Howe.
I'm going to give Leighton Elvington some credit there. He got destroyed by the middle linebacker Luke Porter for Bonham as he threw that ball up in the air. And, yeah, Porter had to kind of look up in the lights to try to find it, but that hit him in the hands. Got to make that catch.
Hey, yeah, but he gave his receiver a chance. He threw the ball in the air, and that's all you can ask. Thornton to punt it away, and it's a high wobbly kick It's going to bounce at the 30-yard line and take a Bulldog roll inside the 25 and roll dead at the 23-yard line. So Bonham will take the ball back after the punt at their own 23 with 4:35 left to go in the game. Remember, the district does have points involved in the tiebreakers. So if you're thinking everybody's going to take a knee, you're probably not thinking right, because you've got to get to a certain point in points. Now, to be fair, I don't know exactly what that is, whether there's a cutoff at 21 points or 14 or whatever it is. Sometimes there's a hard cutoff, and if you get over that, it doesn't matter what you score. But right now, there's a 13-point or 23-point lead.
Yeah.
And I would imagine if it's 25, that means Bonham could go ahead and score again, or want to score again, but I'm not sure what that cutoff is. So a man in motion comes across, and this is going to be a handoff to Stevenson right up the middle, and he's got a lot of room, and he breaks tackles, and he has a first down at the 36-yard line, and Howe fans start exiting.
Yeah, draw right up the middle. They made a living here. Whenever they're not passing the ball, they're just giving it to Stevenson and let him work in between the tackles.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Bonham moving right to left with purple pants and the purple helmets, but they're not the Purple Warriors anymore. They're just the Warriors from what we understand. They may correct us. Maybe we should have got some clarification on that.
I haven't seen anything about purple so far except the color.
I wonder if Sweet Caroline's still talking to Angie List down there. Maybe she's paying attention now. Hey, we'll take a Night Furniture sideline report here in just a moment. As Bonham comes to the line of scrimmage at the 35 on 1st and 10, moving right to left. Man in motion. Rodriguez hands off Stevenson again over right guard. He's flipped over, end over end. A nice tackle. And I believe getting off the pile there is Elijah Campbell, who made that stop. But a 5.5-yard pickup by Stevenson.
Actually, I believe that was Dylan Carl, the backup running back, has come to the game now for Bonham with that run. You know, we haven't talked a lot to Monty about the head coach there for Bonham, John Fish, who came over from Frisco Lone Star. They built quite a powerful offense over there, Lone Star.
2nd down and about 4.5 coming up. We didn't forget about you, Caroline. Man in motion is Reinhardt. Comes behind the quarterback. And now, once again, a handoff. Left guard is Hayden. That's not Stevenson. That's Carl again. Let's talk to Caroline. A little bit different attitude and a little bit different atmosphere down there is what it was about 15 minutes ago, huh?
Very, very different. I think you said just a little bit ago that fans are starting to exit. Unfortunately, it's a lot quieter, a lot more somber here on the sideline.
Well, it's 3rd down and 3, and Bonham is starting to take every tick of the play clock off, it seems, as they're taking their time now. No hurry-up offense. We're at the 2:20 mark, and they're going to snap the ball on 3rd and 3. As Rodriguez wants it, shuffles his feet a little bit, sends a man in motion. They're going to hand it, and that's Sheldon again along the right edge from one side to the other. He has a first down and more. Gang tackled by the Bulldogs at about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, just a sweep around that right side, and they've been able to pretty much run in between the tackles, around the sides, just pretty much all over this Bulldog defense tonight, and pass the ball as well.
Bonham's got a great offense. Again, they've scored a lot of points. It's not just tonight. It's 67 a week ago. It's 48 2 weeks ago. It's 42 against Community 3 weeks ago. And it's 49 this week. Do you see a pattern with Bonham? This is not the same Bonham team that they had 3 and 4 years ago when Howe played them. 1st and 10, right to left, handoff up the middle. Once again, that's the running back, Carl, and he'll be good for about 6 yards.
And that's what I was alluding to earlier. I think that's credit to Coach John Fish, who came over as an offensive coordinator for Frisco Lone Star. Lone Star, I believe, went to the state championship game a couple of years ago with that high-octane offense. He's brought it here to Bonham. And, man, they've showed out tonight.
2nd down and 4 for Bonham. As the Bulldogs just worn out on defense, I'm sure a lot of those young men going both ways, seeing a lot of action. You got Grant over here playing cornerback to try to spell Harmon, who's playing running back, and you got Akins playing an outside linebacker. And once again, here's a run straight up the middle, and that's Carl again, and he'll move the sticks again to the 29-yard line.
So Bulldogs will have to just kind of go back to the drawing board here. They got Rains coming up next week.
Less than a minute to go.
And that's I don't want to say beatable team anymore because I think some people probably thought Bonham was a beatable team. And they've come into Howe and put them down.
Well, here's the victory formation, and the Warriors have taken a knee, and we've put this one in the books. Howe Bulldogs are starting District 5-3A 0-1, but Coach Jay and company will be back, and they'll be armed again. Bonham's a pretty good football team, especially offensively. Defensively might be a little suspect, but offensively they are legit, for sure. Yeah. So the Howe Bulldogs fall to 0-1 in district, 3-2 on the season in a 2-game losing streak, and they've lost their losing streak at home. So we'll have to start a whole bunch of streaks over again next week when the Howe Bulldogs will travel to Emory Rains, who that's a winnable game. Van Alstyne laid the wood to them tonight. So there's a bright spot in the future for the Howe Bulldogs coming next Friday night.
Yeah, like I said, it's a winnable game, but that's why you got to go out and play them too.
I don't think we'll be doing any post-game interviews tonight after a loss. I know that Coach Jay wants to talk to his team and all of that. We'll let him handle all of that. So
probably no mood to talk to us.
Probably not. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Hey Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
Welcome back. As we had a little bit of a laugh with our preacher there, Roger Tidwell, who accidentally had a 15-yard personal foul penalty called on him tonight.
That's hilarious.
He didn't mean to, I don't think, but we may have to give an assist to Robbie Seagroves, who perhaps had something to do with that, and he took blame or took the blame for it. But anywho, this happened.
Coach McCormick,
and we'll laugh about it later.
And Coach McCormick didn't seem upset. He said we all have those days.
Yeah,
so.
we were just kind of joking around. But, anyhow, well, the Howe Bulldogs fall to 3-2 on the year, and they fall to. Oh man, they missed it. I was trying to give Garen Langford rabbit ears back here. Can't do it. I was trying to give.
They don't see you.
Parker Daniels. Those kids are going to be playing out here pretty soon. Anyway, let's get back here. It was a 49-26 final. Bonham, their offense looked, they looked pretty good. Anytime they touched the ball, they kind of did what they wanted. I don't think it was a reflection of Howe's defense as much as it was a reflection of Bonham's offense. They looked pretty good.
I mean, they moved the ball in all facets. I mean, they were able to run the ball. We saw the arm of Rodriguez. This team, they haven't made the playoffs. They hadn't had a winning record since I believe 2005, and so they're on track. They have a pretty good ball club.
I think the turning point for Howe, unfortunately, might have been on the very first drive of the game where they drove 16 plays, took it down to the 3-yard line, looked like they were going to plunge it in and couldn't do it, turned it over on downs, and took almost half of the first quarter clock, but it gave Bonham the football at their own 1, and then we found out for the first time what Bonham's offense was all about. They went 99 yards pretty quick and scored the game's first points, led 7-0, and it was hard to play catch up from there.
Yeah, that one really hurt. I don't think it really hurt the confidence because they got the ball. When they got the ball back on the next possession, they were able to score. And two, right there at the beginning of the second half, the Bulldogs were able to get a couple of stops finally on Bonham, but they weren't able to capitalize on the offensive side of the ball. And when you're able to make stops and not be able to capitalize, especially against an offense like Bonham, you put yourself kind of behind the 8 ball there.
Well, I'll tell you what, after the week that the Bulldog program has gone through, and who knows if it's over, but we'll hope for better days for that football team and hope for good days for that coaching staff. And they did show up tonight with a lot of heart. They looked to play together with passion and togetherness. And, you can't ask much more from a team tonight after what they went through this entire week. And they brought it upon themselves. It's not something that you can say just accidentally happened to their football team. Mm-hmm. They were responsible for their actions. They lost a couple of players. They're arm in arm right now at the 45 or 35-yard line. Looks like they're praying together. And, boy, I tell you what, they need a lot of that, and I have a feeling a lot of people are praying for them as well. For everyone who's been a part of this 49-26 loss here in Howe, Texas, including Justin White, our color analyst, and our spotter Stephen Braswell, and our Night Furniture sideline reporter Caroline Slauson, I'm Monty Walker, and we'll see you next week in Emory Reigns. So long, everybody.